it can be. I have a couple codes.
Welcome everybody to another very exciting edition of Lodge Card Club live stream. My name is Greg Potter. I'm going to be your host today. Not only today, but for the rest of the week, I will actually be in the booth. Slick Rick and Skull Mike are going to be out in Las Vegas attending the GPI Awards and will hopefully return victorious.
Nope.
With us being live stream of the year.
More flexible cards than...
We are streaming today the flight number 4 of 12, if I'm not mistaken, of the Half Milly.
Last time I was here, I think it was that seat or this one with some other guy there.
500K guaranteed tournament, all a part of the Lodge Championship Series 2025. One of the big events this year. We're going to dive right into hand number 1. Diamonds for Dudley through the back door, but an ace and a straight draw for Braxton. Pretty good start. Braxton just called in the big blind, so he's going to check in flow. Over to Dudley, who will bet on an ace-high board. Pretty reasonable bet. There's an immediate raise from Braxton. And gets Dudley out of there. Let's go around the table real quick. We got some very familiar faces on this feature table of the LCS Half Milly. In seat number 1, Nicholas. 2, Dudley. 3, Noah. 4, Beau. 5, Crypto Max. Out of the cash games, into the tournament streets. Number 6, Braxton. Joel there in the 7 seat. And as the tables get balanced out, we will fill the final seat, if necessary. Excuse me, Joel in the 8 seat. Centurion in the 7th seat. Never met somebody named Centurion before. That is a phenomenal name. A man with a phenomenal name and a phenomenal scarf. There's a raise from Nicholas from under the gun 1. Pretty loose raise with ace-6, though he's got a very short stack. I think with 10 big blinds, I would very much be in the fold or jam category. Beau put in the call. Braxton squeezed with 9s out of the small blind. I like it. Gets 1 fold. Certainly valuable in a tournament. Queen high board. Pretty dry, though, other than the club draw. Would not be surprised to see a bet from Braxton here out of position. Beau with just a couple of 3s. Has some possibilities on later streets, and he might just have the best hand right now. In a single raise pot, you might see him raise the 3s pretty often. For a lot of protection, fold out some ace highs. But in a 3-bet pot, he's just going to call here and play it safe on the turn, picking up a 4. 9s are the best hand. Wow, look at this thin value from Braxton. I like this. This board has run out very clean. Not a lot of draws get there, except from the odd ace-3, but you can assume Beau doesn't have it. Didn't put a bet in on the turn.
Shit from down here.
Check back.
Eyes are terrible.
And I think out of position, it's really nice going for this value here. The sizing, you could argue,
I can never see the cards.
maybe a little bigger. But I like the bet either way from Braxton. You can get value from 6s, 7s, 8s, a 5, the odd deuce, the odd pocket 3s. They might get a little sticky. I would actually love to see a raise here from Beau if he is going to continue in the pot. But he does decide to just bluff catch. And he pays off Braxton. I'd like to see a raise there versus the small bet. If Braxton had made it bigger, half pot or greater, I think Beau could lean towards more call or fold. But versus the small bets, it's indicative of a lot of hands that going for thin value. The raise would certainly put a lot of hands in the blender, including pocket 9s. I don't know if you're folding out too many queens But you might even get jacks, 10s to fold. Nevertheless, that's a fun hand. Joel, best beard in the state of Texas. Arguably the South, arguably the United States. Joel won, which tournament did he win? A big one is what I remember. 2 different ones, if I'm not mistaken. Had a great 2024 for his poker career, and we actually haven't seen him in a while.
30,000.
Probably took a very much needed and well-earned vacation, but he is back here for the half milli. Raise from Noah. Joel defends his big blind. Noah's probably going to win this one, though both players do flop a pair. Small bet from Noah. I like it. Joel's going to see one more with a club on there. 3 to a straight as well, and a pair of 5s. Certainly reasonable, though that card pretty much destroys all hope of him winning this hand. SPR is pretty low for Noah. I'd like to see another small bet, but instead goes for the overbet. It was definitely a split, I'm sure, between small and big bet. Get it in. A lot of draws out there. Definitely not unreasonable. And Noah's going to take down his pot. Joel sitting on a very healthy stack. We are currently at the 1K, 2K, 2K blind level, if I'm not mistaken. Braxton, the only other player with a larger stack. Crypto Max. About 13 bigs. Still in the game, chipping a chair, but he is the second shortest at the table. I think it's going to be a fun one. Crypto Max lays it down. The King-9 maybe thinks about it for a minute. Nobody picking up much in this one.
Never break this table, huh?
It's kind of weird. You guys never usually do day ones in streaming, right?
They probably won't break this one either. Make me a hair till the...
Centurion on the button. Going to try and make a play here for the blinds. You can be very aggressive on the button. But boy, did he get snapped off faster than the cameras could even keep up. Nicholas going nowhere.
I wonder what's the viewership.
On an even shorter stack, it seems.
What's the what?
The viewership.
In for his tournament life.
Like 1,100.
Definitely going to be playing for all of it with the suited ace. He's in fact ahead here.
25 plus for 50, 25, 50.
Miss Lauren going to give us 5.
Lose 30 for
And what a sweat, man. Nicholas does not want to hit his ace anymore. Open-ended for Centurion. And he finds a 10. He had a lot of outs.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of outs, for sure. And he is going to eliminate Nicholas. Nothing to do there. Sometimes that is how tournament poker goes. There are currently 53 now, I believe, entrants remaining out of the 139
Probably just about the same, maybe more than that.
for this flight of the LCS Half Milly. If you guys didn't know already, there were satellites available.
I would just
For this
expect, like, a
tournament.
day one like this, probably not to get.
Available on the website of our current sponsor, Club WPT Gold.
Hi, 6 man.
I didn't have a chance to play some of the satellites. I was a little sad.
Probably a double cash, honestly.
I was a little sad I didn't really have the chance. It didn't work with my schedule to play any of them or participate in the tournaments that they were for.
What name do we get on the stream? Like,
Man, were they a good deal. Sweeps coins, buy a couple sweeps coins.
I have a nickname.
I just run it up to a $3,000 entry
Yeah,
or a
that's what we were
$400
asking.
entry for this tournament.
Nice.
Noah raises it up, ace king off suit,
Nika.
under the gun.
Nice.
Pretty great hand if you ask me.
For sure.
Nika. She's from One Piece.
Yeah. I'm not one piece. Yeah.
If you guys are not too like far ahead, it might be a spoiler. So.
I don't watch it. I just
Okay.
my
You
friend
heard?
does. Yeah.
Yeah, One Piece is not something I recommend
Hi.
getting into late. There's already, I believe, 1,400 episodes of that show. Quite a lot. 10 high board, nobody connects in any meaningful way. Definitely a board that favors Dudley in the big blind. Noah, with the King of Hearts, though, is going to bet it anyway. I suppose you got to find some hands to bet on this board. Takes it down. One and done. Gets it done. And folks, once again, this is Flight 4 of the Lodge Championship Series Half Milly, the 500K guaranteed tournament. It's a $400 buy-in going on starting yesterday, be today, then the next 2 days. Day 2 will be on Sunday, which we will be streaming, and I will correct myself from earlier. Slickwick will actually be in the booth for that one. So be sure to tune in every day. Keep up with the action. We're going to feature this table all the way until we have bagged for day 2.
7 races, 4, 8 fills.
Preston filling the 9 seed. Could not have asked for a better fill. Preston is the winner of... Man, did he win the LCS 2 years ago? I'm not even sure. I think so. He won the LCS main event 2 years ago. Back trying to re-secure his title. Win himself another 400 grand or so. Absolute crusher. These players did not draw well with Joel and Preston sitting right next to one another.
Raise to 7.
Crypto Max thrown in the mix. Noah getting after it here. Centurion bet the standard very small size on the monotone board. Gets raised. Kind of a disaster with King 10. I mean, there's nothing really you can do about it. Unless you wanted to get especially out of line. But I don't think so. I don't think this is the place, the time and the place, or the hand to do it with. But oh my gosh. This guy. I cannot believe he just called with King 10. He is going to put his opponent to the test here. I do believe that is a card misread on the turn. There's the 4. Noah picks up a pair. Now well in the lead here. Centurion needs to hit exactly a king or a 10. That is not a spade. Noah, smaller bet than his raise on the flop. Now this is interesting. You see a lot of this kind of betting lines in tournaments where your stack is normally very shallow. You're only playing with somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 40 big blinds at any given time. So this sizing is not unusual, in my opinion. Centurion. Are his cards correct? I wonder if there was a misread here, because this would be some of the sickest hero calling that I've ever seen. Even though Noah did, in fact, suck out on the turn. Noah's going to check, try and get to showdown.
You got a 4?
And Centurion asks, he says, you got a 4? Oh, man. Wow, Noah is so happy to win this pot right now. Absolutely wild. Wow, I wish. I can't do slow-mo because of our technology.
No.
For skipping the breaks, the dynamic delay. I'm not allowed to do it. That is the mechanism by which we skip through the breaks, so you guys don't have to wait whenever these players inevitably do go on their 15-minute breaks.
5 and 6 full.
But boy, would I have slow-moed that reaction. Excellent camera work from Will,
Let's make it 4.
who is on cameras today. Baylor is on the remote cam. We'll probably get some outside shots. All of the rest of the tables for day 1 are, for the current flight at least, are currently outside the stream room.
That back corner. The other one. Oh.
Preston in the mix for the first time. King 10 offsuit. Beau makes the call in the big blind with Queen 9 offsuit. All very fine and standard thus far. Both players pretty deep, and Preston finds a king. This hand is over.
About 35. I need a jack of clubs.
There. Thank you.
There's a quick look at the stacks, where everybody's at currently. Braxton leading the field at 107 big blinds, a great spot to be. I'm sure we'll see him get involved a little bit more often. Joel and Preston neck and neck currently at 77 and 76 big blinds, and all the way down at the bottom is Crypto Max with 14 bigs. Folks, all you need is a chip and a chair. It's not done till it's done. It's not over until you are wrapping the table and walking out the door. So we'll see what happens. We've already seen some pretty stellar poker played thus far. We're only on hand number 8. This is the kind of game that I really love to be in the booth for. See some tough lineups. People making some above the rim plays. Playing good solid poker. It's not always the best for clips. I will freely admit that any day. Sometimes you just want to see some dude get stacked for 500,000 on a super cooler. But some days we get to watch Crypto Max rip it in with Queen 9 offsuit, squeezing over these hands. Do you rip it with Queen 9 offsuit here? I'm not so sure. But is Crypto Max scooping the pot? That I am sure of. Nice little chip up for him. And once again, folks, we are going to be using the dynamic delay technology to skip through the breaks for you guys, so you don't have to sit through these players taking a dinner break. But I will not be live with you until much later in the stream. So I'm going to give my obligatory shout-outs to everyone in chat. I will not see your comments live. But I know that VW Bug is out there. I know that Yodo of Chatsville almost certainly is out there. Probably along with Jim Bonix, maybe the Rogue Leorts, Hiker Till Heaven, all of our classic moderators and chat pros, and everybody else tuning in. Thank you for watching. We're going to take this 3 ways. Clubs definitely going to drive the action here. Massive flop for Braxton. Club draw pair and a gutter. Can't really ask for much. Checks over to Beau on the button. Who's going to bets? Braxton is going to raise it now. Certainly a hand to do it with. A hand that has more than enough equity, even against the nut flush draw. It is a nearly 2-to-1 favorite. That is pretty crazy. Beau obviously makes a call. You are going nowhere with the nut flush draw. 10 on the turn. How does Braxton want to play this? I think a bet is going to be the way. You have already started to polarize a little on the flop. I don't know if there's a reason to ever check and slow down on the turn after raising the flop. I can't think of a good one. So Braxton does make yet another bet. Beau is going to call once more. And Braxton's just going to get there. He does have the bottom end of the straight. I think a bet somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 30,000 is very reasonable. Or a check and bluff catch. Those were the options available. And I think it is going to get him an extra 25,000 in chips. Never folding. Not to this sizing. Maybe towards a much bigger bet, you could consider it, but even then, it would be quite a consideration. Beau taps the table, says, nice hand. Braxton gonna take it down. I don't know if you have to bluff with the missed flush draw in Beau's position. It's kind of tough. You hate checking back ace high. You know you're just going to lose. But you have to ask yourself, what am I trying to get to fold? There's a lot of things on that board that you can make fold, a 9, some 2 pairs, may not call you. But if that is the case, I think you got to go much bigger. Bluffing with the bricked nut flush draw is not always advisable because it blocks a lot of hands that you'd hope to see your opponent fold. Nevertheless, Beau went for it. Never going to get the chips if you don't go for it. Let's take a look outside. There's a big pot being moved on one of the day one tables just outside the barn door. Currently 5 tables going as one of the waitresses from Odds Barn Bistro hands out the drinks. A whole round, it seemed. Somebody feeling good, maybe sitting on a big stack, says, I'm buying a round for the room. Send one to the booth. I'm in the room, technically. So Max going to raise it up on the button. King 6. Right there on the fringe, the edge of the button opening range. It's probably in there. It's close, though. Jack high board, very dry. Crypto Max going to be betting his entire range here. Somewhere to the tune of 1 to 1.5 big blinds is probably fine. There it is, 3,000. Centurion has some possibilities here. He's got a gutter. This hand may very well fit into the call once on the flop and then bluff it off like crazy on the turn. He's going to check it over. Crypto Max takes a showdown, and a 9 will be the best hand for Centurion. Very scary board, though. You're certainly not going to bet this for value, in my opinion. I think it makes a half-decent bluff catcher. You would much rather have a heart, though. You'd rather have something like 9-7 of spades that doesn't really interact with the board, doesn't remove any combos of bluffs your opponents could have, but ranges are so wide in tournaments that, given the way this hand is played out, I think a 9, top 2 pair, is probably going to see showdown one way or another. He does put out the small bet, maybe trying to get called by an 8 here, which would be pretty sweet. Here's what Max does, just lay it down. Centurion's going to drag the pot. Players are already dropping like flies. Started with somewhere in the neighborhood of 58. Now we are down to 46 entrants out of 139 runners.
Ganja time.
What time did this fight finish yesterday?
Around
7:30?
yeah, around 8. I would say. The evening one till 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
We will be playing down to 11 players who will then bag up and take it
Yeah.
to day 2 on Sunday.
He bagged 8.36.
Right.
Snug fold from Preston under the gun with the ace-4 suited. I like that fold. A lot of short stacks out there. You don't really want to be all in with an ace, with ace-4. You're almost certainly behind a lot of the time. Suited, yes. If you're in a deep stack cash game, yeah, get in there.
His earliest level is the one that
But you really just don't want to play out of position
6, 12, 12.
to a bunch of players
now
with short stacks that are liable to jam over top of you a lot pre-flop. Get it in a lot with you post.
That would probably be it as the flights get bigger.
You want to avoid those situations. But Dudley opens up the 9s. It's a great flop for them.
Oh, is there?
I like the bluey.
There's the bet.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I've got a, this is, I mean, I don't really wear it.
Noah
To have a rose gold.
did not flop a piece of any kind.
oh, he's
Jim,
saying what?
rose gold Jim. Yeah.
Probably out of there.
Good one.
Yeah, nice. I wanted to get a.
I mean, this one's good, but that
No,
one-
I like the
that
blue.
one's good.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've seen the rose gold Jim cage.
I don't even really like to wear a watch when I play, but
It was
today
today.
I did it. Here we are.
I think my next I'm gonna get a. Oh God, what is it?
Yeah, I like yours too. It's really nice.
Thanks, too.
Yeah. I was checking it out earlier. I want some. I think I want one with like a rubber band.
Yeah, I like those. I want to get an AP with a rubber, and those kind of my. I was looking at.
Three folds. 4 raises to 6. Pocket roll.
Thanks.
6 and 7 folds. 8 folds. 9 folds.
There might get a little something in there. You want to raise it? All right. All right.
Play the stream here.
Yeah, yeah. Mostly only cash, really.
Played the stream here last summer
Nice.
with Rampage and then
What
the
game was
Shimi.
that? Okay.
It was a 25, 50,
Nice, yeah.
100. We were playing 25, 50, 100.
Nice.
I can just go around.
You live out here?
Terrace. No, I live in Midland.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So you're just out here for the tournament.
Yeah, and then I was talking to Mike. He's like, yeah, I got an opening.
Yeah, you should come out again. I think I just got off. I played a 50, 100 last time. Mine was
Okay.
significantly worse. So
Yeah, I mean, I was in, what was I in? I think I was in 50, and they were in like 250, 250.
Yeah.
Like they were just,
yeah. The stream plays much
There it
bigger
is.
than
yeah,
whatever it is.
seriously, 25, 50. I mean, anything.
No.
We are going to fill that 1 seat. He did get dealt a hand.
I
I
played
believe he
50,
got
100.
moved
It
into the
was
big
Harris,
blind.
Doug, and JC and a few other people.
Nice.
And mostly played.
RL joins us in the 1.
The 5-10 streams play 25, 50.
Dudley gets out of the way. Noah with King Jack offsuit.
Yeah, it's good. You should come out again.
Gonna raise it up for a click. I don't think there's any reason to use a different size sitting on this short of a stack. Braxton with the same hand
Yeah, thank you. 52 to start the hand.
is gonna get in there, man. This is a little dicey. I don't know if I'm all about calling in the hijack with a hand like King Jack offsuit, hand that's often dominated. Dominates some hands in under the gun range, Queen Jack, Jack 10. But you're also dominated by Ace King. Behind Ace Queen. Dominated by Ace Jack. Everybody with a king of some sort. Braxton with a heart. RL with the better heart. Deeper stack again, you might peel one. Gets out of the way on the shorty. And Braxton will take it down. Is rewarded. Sitting on by far the largest stack at the table, nearly doubling
No,
Preston at number 2.
this was sent to you. So whenever we find these things out, we have to celebrate. Happy birthday, buddy. So everybody, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Noah. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Mr. Noah there in the 3 seat. Got a couple drinks. Maybe going to celebrate with making it to day 2. We'll see.
I don't care.
If I never have to hear Anthony Chester sing happy birthday again, that will be my reward.
If you see the stream, you'll know why I say it.
How nice.
Was that tequila? Or?
Tastes like rubbing alcohol.
You never know if there's going to be a player at the table. It's like, what are we doing, guys? Clock's ticking. Come on. Pitch the cards.
Happy birthday, buddy.
We're on the clock here.
This one is possible.
Call.
I wasn't sure if I could.
Braxton opens up ace-9 in the low jack. Dudley gonna make the call in the big. Great flop for Dudley, though he is currently behind. Definitely a board
Check.
where some things could happen.
That 3.
Braxton's got the ace of diamonds to go with his 9. I wouldn't be upset from a bet here. Can get called by some 8s, 8-7, jack 8s, 9-7, 10-7, all of which in the big blinds range. And what an action card. Or rather, just a good card for Dudley. Braxton is going to make it a showdown, though, and with the winner. You don't love seeing a bet here, but boy, is it such a small size.
over there by
I'm definitely paying it off. If he's got a 10 or a king. Because every now and then you're just right, and you just get to rake in all the chips.
Okay.
Braxton. A chokehold on this table currently. He's feeling loose, he's feeling good, getting a massage at the table. Blinds will be up, not this hand, but the next one.
Easy call.
15-3.
Up to 15-3-3. For now, we are still 1-2-2.
That's good.
Oh, wow. Up to 15-25-25. Excuse me. Nice, slow structure for the 500K. You gotta love it. Slow blind structures are fantastic. They do benefit the better players in the long run. Turbos are great for more recreational players because you're forced to just get it in a lot. Whereas long, slow structures benefit the best players because not only does it provide more room for thinking, but you have to play against better players for much longer than you would in a turbo. Joel with the jacks. RL, 2 tanks, and a short stack of 22 big blinds. It is close. I don't think cold calling is the way. Oh, here we go. What an action hand. Noah, all this money out there, I don't see a reason to do anything else with ace-king but rip it in. There it is. Very nice jam from Noah. Beau. Beau not loving this action. I'll tell you that much. King-queen offsuit.
Yeah.
Shrivels.
Hopefully I'm still in, but if I have to, I run my game Monday, Tuesday, so.
Gotcha. Was it play?
Lays it down. That is definitely the recommended action. Joel.
RL
Will he try and isolate? I think that is probably the way. Yeah, just going to get it in and see if RL's actually got something here.
2 tables.
Either way. Nice. Yeah.
Pretty good though. That's very true. I mean, it plays
And this is kind of a disaster for RL. I think you'd much rather be the one jamming than the one calling 2 jams.
This is your birthday.
I don't play pillow, but our pillow games.
But given this action, man, I don't know how good I'm feeling. It is only 31 to win 143.
For most cities.
So, like, it hurts to lay down 10s in this spot.
Oh my god, yeah.
Wow, and he does. Is that the correct fold? I don't know, but it's a good one in this case. And we are going to a classic flip here, hand number 15, for the life of the birthday boy in the 3 seat. Ace or a king, give us a 3 or a 5 on the turn. Oh, there's the 3. Noah with a few more outs. And breaks them all. Joel going to take it down with 2 Joels in the hole.
No way.
I don't know.
The first big hand of the day. Noah will be eliminated.
Don't say
Okay,
Jack.
down there.
Apparently he's down $30,000.
No, you would have won. You would
You
have
don't
won.
know. Also, I wasn't expecting
That is the starting stack, 30,000 chips. All worth a grand total of $400. Down to 41 already, playing down to 11, I'm told, of the 139 current, rather, former entrants.
I need more chips.
We will be here the entire time, so until we lose another 29
I'll
players,
splash it. I'll
we're
splash
going
it
to keep
soon,
bringing
don't
you the content.
I didn't see, but
Could not have asked for a better featured table, in my opinion, based on the field that I saw out there. This was the obvious choice. Joel picking up 9s makes the obvious choice of raising it up. A little bigger than 2x. Preston 5-4 suited. He's in there. He's in there. I could tell by the way he glanced around that he wanted to play this pot. Ooh, RL in the cutoff with dominating spades. Gets out of the way. It's tough being a short stack. You got to fold these beautiful hands. like 9-8 suited. Those hands do not favor the short stacks. You really want to have an ace, even if it's a raggedy one. Nobody loves this board, especially not Joel. Beau is just trying to find a third 3. Preston's got 5 high. Checks around. Does anybody want to get out of line? If anyone, I think it's going to be Preston. I can't imagine Joel's betting here. He does not. Preston going to barrel. Could definitely be doing this with some weak aces, some like ace 5. Maybe ace 9 suited. And he gets it done with just a small bet. You got to pull the trigger sometimes, guys. You might just take the pot down. Plenty of things can happen. 5 high, the winner. The nuts. Another quick look at where people are stacking up. Braxton has increased his domination on this table. Now up to 115 big blinds. Joel up to 84. Preston 64 now.
More comfortable. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The massage is
RL
good,
now the short stack, 12 big blinds, followed not too far by Cryptomax and Centurion at 16 and 17 respectively.
And you just feel like you're so far away from the table.
Yeah.
I thought about going last year to Barcelona to play.
You went?
No, I thought about going, and I flaked out last second, but I want to go.
It's pretty nice to go because, and if you do end up going a year, try to get a few days off. It's really nice.
Just to visit.
Hearts for Cryptomax.
Yeah.
He will be piling it here.
Somewhat cheap.
What time of year is that? Was that? When is that?
Maybe not. Checks it back. Gets there. Why not?
Not sure if
Is a blind battle.
May or June.
I'm surprised not to see a bet though.
I'm not sure.
Do you play it?
No.
You don't?
No. Way out of my bankroll
So Max bets 5,000. Delayed on the turn.
level.
Beau's out of there. Probably didn't have much to go with his king.
City is really nice. Bit crowded, but nice.
Max is going to win another one. This kid runs hot in cash. If you've ever watched the stream, you could definitely see evidence of that. How does he run in tournaments? Seems to be doing well. Even if he is one of the short stacks, he's still alive.
Man, we've gotten way tighter than outside, no?
Everybody does tend
Way
to
more. He was raising
snug
way
it up a
more.
little on stream. You know, when people can see your cards, some
Between
people,
them, there were a lot of battling.
We're battling.
I don't want to say get embarrassed. Embarrassed is not really the right word, but
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be posted.
Strange.
maybe get a little
things.
gun shy.
Didn't work.
Don't want to look silly on stream doing something that might not be advisable. Yeah, you bluff into the nuts one time on stream, you never live it down. You fold the nuts on stream, you really never live that down. Shout out to Skull Mike.
What's joking, you know?
People don't forget.
Holy.
There you go.
Goodness
There you go. I mean, I guess that's a lesson I had to learn.
Threes again for Beau. He's going to be raising them this time.
There you go. That's the
Yeah, you were
fourth
ahead.
time I've had those in here.
You were ahead. I got excited because I had an ace.
What's that?
I got excited because I got an ace,
Oh, yeah.
but then it went downhill afterwards.
Haven't raised them yet. So I figured maybe I'll try to raise them this time because
Forget I said anything. Huh? Damn.
Five raises. 6, 7, 4,
Nope. Oh, sorry.
1500.
Oh. Okay. Almost. Okay.
The tanks for Crypto Max. Joel says, let's find out if you have it. And he found out. We are all in for Crypto Max's tournament life. Joel, a bit of a dog here, but nevertheless, still very healthy, even if he doubles Max up. All he needs is an ace or a couple of diamonds, though. And we're going to go to the run out. Not a good start for Joel. Diamond definitely makes it sweaty. A little more possibilities. How good is Crypto Max running? Pretty good, it seems. Clean double up. This is what people mean by chipping a chair.
42.
I officially retract what I said. Huh?
You just never know when it's going to be over. Until all the chips slide away from you, you still have a chance, man.
25. 30.
One place. 2 folds, 4 folds. 5 raises to 6, 7 folds. Two and 4 folds. 5 folds. 6 folds. 7 and 8 folds. 5 raises to 26, 5.
Not even close.
Taking a look outside at the remaining 4 tables now. To an all-in scenario, ace-5 versus 2 10s. And the 10s, just like in here, are going to hold. Looks like we do, in fact, eliminate a player in this instance. And we come back to some action as well. Centurion picks up a big ace. Gonna find the all-in button. Crypto Max just got these chips, man. Do we want to flip for them? I think given that we're this far from bagging and certainly this far from the money, you could find an argument for it.
30.
It is not risking your tournament life. You got to take some risks early on. Do you do it with 5s? I think with 8s, I'm snapping it, right? You're snap calling. Crypto Max does, in fact, make the call. And going to yet another run out. Kid in the 5 seat. 76,000 in the middle. Queen in the window. Disaster. For Max. Needs exactly a 5. And there it is on the turn. Oh my gosh. This kid is the king
Run good.
of sets on the turn. Just go watch and play some cash games. You'll know what I'm talking about. Who invited this guy? Eliminating Centurion. Crushing his hopes. And just like that, Crypto Max is in. He's back in this game. No longer in shove or fold mode for sure. Now sitting with 54 big blinds. All it takes is a couple doubles, man. That's all it takes. One more, he might just be chip leader. You never know. I mean, poker is so brutal, isn't it, folks? Joel's gonna open up ace-3 suited. RL defends his button. King-6 suited. Button defending gets a little interesting even on a short stack. I don't know if King-6 suited falls in. Maybe like King-10, King-Jack, King-9. Hands that play a little better. Joel just flopping the check mark with trip aces. Beau is in for a little bit of pain here. Joel's going to slow play. I like it. If you're going to find some checks on this board, how about quads? Oh, Beau. Beau, you poor bastard. You don't even know what's coming. Joel going to slow play his quads, give these guys all the rope they need to make a mistake. RL. A lot of money out there. 20K in his stack, but he's drawing dead. He lays it down. Low card. Doesn't come. Might save Beau a little money here. Beau's going to check it over. Nice check. No reason to go for value. But I do think you inevitably have to check call here. How big does Joel want to make it? Can't make it too big. I think Beau is betting all of his queens that he would have found. And I love this bet size from Joel. It's, you could argue to go a little bigger, but splitting hairs. Joel continuing his run good of a lifetime this past year. Some quads on the turn. Racking up a few more chips, just about to cross the 200K chip mark. Needs to win about half a big blind. He's over that threshold. Could have been much worse for Mr. Beau. That river's a deuce. We play for it all.
Race.
6 races to 5.
Braxton opens up ace jack. Pressing his out of the way with queen 10 suited. No action for this one. Queen jack suited, Preston's probably in there. Queen 10
What's up, baby?
in the muck.
We're back.
Man.
Now we got another face from stream. Mr. Chase there in the 3 seats.
You're really back.
He turned this into a cash game already.
Oh, yeah.
A couple bluffs here. Yeah, it's real quiet in here. Shit.
Always quiet in the stream room.
Didn't do anything.
No music, nothing allowed. We don't want to get demonetized here. We're still running a show, folks.
Can't even get exciting.
Yeah. Well, you know your mic should be a switch on the side of the box. The top.
Testing.
We hear you, Chase. We hear you.
I haven't said anything, so I think you're good. Yep, confirmed.
Raise.
9 races to 5, 1 points. 2 fours and fours. 5,000. 4 calls, 5 bids.
Queen for Preston. Unfortunately, not much going for Beau. He does wisely check it back. Preston with a check mark. This hand is done. Looks like chat's finally coming online. The dynamic delay has officially caught up. We are live. I've been here for about, oh, I don't know, an hour or so.
Max is like home for you, dude.
I know. Not for tournaments, though.
Yeah.
Feels oddly out of place not just chatting the entire time.
Right.
Usually I'm just spewing nonstop. I can't do that right now.
That's right. Sometimes we have to get the duct tape for Crypto Max. He talks so much.
I know.
There's something in here, man.
I can't just look at people's whole cards in tournaments.
One folds. 2 folds. 3 calls, 4 folds. 5 folds. 6 races to 8. 8 folds. 9 folds. 3 folds.
You got purple.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Three races to 8. 4 and 5 folds. 6 and 8 folds. 9 folds.
Wow, actually got worse.
Nah.
Incredible.
Nah.
Queens for Chase. Welcome to the feature table, sir. Nice little win for him.
Chairs and table much more comfortable though. In here.
No doubt.
Cards aren't. Cards aren't more comfortable there. We're way comfortable in there.
Yeah.
It's polar ice in here.
It is notoriously cold in the studio, probably even colder right now. We're sitting
And then it was completely dominant.
at about
If you raise
35 degrees currently outside. For those of you who have moved to Austin for the warm weather, you are asking for a refund. It has been miserably cold the last few days. People in Michigan are laughing at that idea.
talking a little shit, huh?
Yeah.
Aces for Beau. Did anybody have anything to give him action? Chase, watching this back, going to be very happy he didn't pick up queens one hand later.
Oh, they gave
Shows the birds. Where's my action, guys? Why didn't you jam all in?
Little much.
God.
That's how it's supposed to work. I pick up aces, you rip it into me, I double up.
I believe
I want a refund.
Someone has
Take my $400 back, please.
Did they wait for you?
Oh, they waited, yeah. It was very nice. Yeah, I got scanned.
Four folds. 5 folds. 6 folds. 8 raises to 55. 9 folds. 1 third. 2 folds.
It's too good of a deal. I can't even look.
It's a bargain.
I believe we did get some action in this one. I don't know where the other players' cards are. There it is, Joel with the 4-3 suited. And Jason the big blind with a king. 3 on the turn for Joel.
What's that beeping noise? Anyone else hearing that?
10K from Chase. Acting very comfortable, though. If you've ever seen this guy play some cash, you know that is
Be a smoke detector.
not an indication of anything. This guy, unreadable.
28.
Raise to 28.
All right, all right. I'll call.
Call.
All right, I'm checking though.
8,000. First player check start.
Check.
Check.
King.
Seems good.
King is, in fact, good.
It's a good blind hand.
Chase going to win a very reasonably sized pot. Jim Bonnick says he's here over at Odds Bar and Bistro. By the way, folks, did you know Odds Bar and Bistro has a happy hour now? Going on right now. Weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m., half off. All the teasers inside. Select beers at $5. House wine, $6. That's a steal. Cocktail of the day at $10. That cocktail better be real fancy is all I'm saying. Dining room only, not available in the room. So you got to go into the restaurant if you want to participate in happy hour. That is weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. over at Odds Bar and Bistro.
Yeah, I was very confused why the green light was drawn in with crayon.
1 fold. 2 calls.
Go ahead.
Calls. 4 checks. 3 again.
6,000.
Bet 6. Fold.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Can I get a water?
I'll take one. Please.
Yeah, right here, please.
Get it beyond, please.
I got 1 second. Yeah, I can get this. Yeah.
6 folds. 8 folds. 9 folds.
I'm all in.
1 goes all in. 2 folds. 3 calls.
RL is going to be all in. Jack 10, Chase makes the call, 2 5s. Beau. Now an interesting spot here. I think if he is going to continue, which he should, I'd be looking to jam, put Chase in a real tough spot for the remaining chips in his stack. But he just goes for the call.
3 players, 1 of them.
This is definitely risky, as you're now playing out of position to Chase on a much bigger stack. you give up a lot of control in the pot. There's not a lot of reason to bet into a dry side pot most of the time post-flop. Changes a little bit with tournaments. But I think you'd much rather
Fives.
Yes.
rip it in, realize that equity. I see all 5 cards with ace-queen, but RL
You're back.
hits a straight, man. As the blinds go up
I was getting a call.
to 15-3-3.
I think so.
Yeah. So, good thing I just called.
Thank you.
Let's pray for a second call with that hand.
Thank you.
God, it wasn't quiet in here that tournament day that dude was in the 5 seat. I was over there in 9 and you were in like 8. You remember?
Queen
that
good
guy?
for RL. Chipping a chair, folks.
Come on, you got
Not
remember
over
this
till
guy,
it's
man.
over.
Preston. I think he was pushing both of our buttons.
Yeah, like he had like one, like,
You had two-tone glasses?
yeah, sunglasses. One black and like one blue or something.
What was this guy's name? I don't know.
Oh, man.
It was a tournament?
Oh, what was his name?
5 seat tournament.
Oh, what was his name? What did he go by? By chats. All I can say is,
He was pretty annoying.
I cannot think of who it is.
Oh,
man.
God, how do you not know?
I wish I could remember.
This wasn't
Just
too
was
long ago.
talking a whole lot?
Yeah, I had the he had the spinner and like you put it out there like when he's all in. And,
Okay, I do remember the spinner guy. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's good TV.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah,
it
but
was
I
fun.
can't think of his name.
I feel like it's like Brian or something.
That sounds right. I want to say it was Ryan,
That's awesome.
but I think I'm wrong.
Yeah.
He's not the guy that went all in against
Trey.
Trey. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember Trey?
5 races.
Trey had aces and
Yeah. No, I remember. Yeah.
yeah, it was that guy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he was obnoxious. I played with him the whole first day.
Yeah.
He pissed Trey off.
He pissed Preston off too. Preston had enough of them.
I can't remember who it was.
He
He has
was
a
from out of
terrible
town.
memory, though.
He's a heavy set guy.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
7
exactly
is
who
good
it is.
for Crypto Max.
Plays in Oklahoma a lot.
Yeah.
Bigger dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody remembered who it was, but doesn't want to put him on blast. That's fair.
I know his name, but I don't want to put it out there now. But I do know who you're talking about. Would make a bunch of noises after he won a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It took me a minute, but I'm there.
You have 7? No, you're good. Yeah, 7.
And it looks like we're going to go do a quick dealer swap. Thank you, Ms. Lauren, for taking us out of the first quarter. Hello to Clayton. Back on the stream as we take a look at the stacks. Braxton still sitting top of the chart, 97 bigs. Chase now, filling in the 3 seat, 59. Preston 55. Beau on the bottom end's got 9 big blinds. Definitely going to be looking to get it in with any pair, some weaker aces. Diamonds and a 3. Good start for Chase.
That's 7,000. Oh. You play pickleball with him, Clayton?
I have like once or twice, but
I'm sure it's not easy at your height.
yeah. You play with him recently?
No, I used to play a lot, not anymore.
Yeah.
I need to though. I need to get exercising.
It's raised, I think it's 7,000, 8 holes, 9 holes. Holes in that. Not bad.
Taking a look outside. Look at Chase. Chase on the remote cam today doing some work. We got an all-in moment down here. Stream dealer Kevin on the table. We're going to a run-out Jacks versus Jack 10. And the Jacks are going to take it down, it looks like, for the remainder of the player in the 3 seats, Chips. See 9 at that table developing a very nice stack. Well over 300K, I would venture to bet. Gotta love that we can get some of the action going on outside. Plenty of hands we don't get to see.
What do you do?
Lots and lots of pain available at these tournament tables that we get to cash in on.
7,000.
What about you?
Oh, I'm actually in the old school business.
What?
Service, like cranes.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Oh, is it?
Preston opens it up. Chase gonna defend.
You're in a Permian Basin. You're
Is
pretty
under
much
the
got
gun?
Something to do with oil
Check.
field.
Gets a gutter. Preston's got a 5 on the button.
Where the money is anyway.
6,000.
6,000 chip bet.
Not really.
Chase going nowhere. Gonna see 1.
Runs a oil and gas private equity fund for mineral rights. Like
7 is
Which one?
not a brick. Puts a diamond out there, but doesn't interact with the board too much. Preston gonna go for the double. A lot of draws out there
you guys send all
available
Big. I mean, it's just became such a
that
big
would
thing.
fold to a little more aggression.
Like you were
Protecting your equity
You can go find
in a hand is
all those
much
spots.
more important
Everything's just
in a tournament than it is a cash game because you have limited opportunities
Yeah.
to flop something.
Yeah.
Cash game, you just go on forever. You don't got to take the spot. Tournaments, you got to find the spots to take. And I think Preston found a great one, knows that Chase isn't going to have too many aces. He can maybe get a queen to fold on the river. And he has a lot of draws available after he limp calls. Impulsive in chat on the delay, I must remind you, so I'm sorry if this is coming later to you folks
Playing golf?
Says that is one
Used to
magnificent
a lot.
beard.
Not really recently.
There are many words you can use to describe Joel's beard. Magnificent is certainly one of them.
But
I used to play a lot, but
Dazzling,
burn out. Yeah, I played
inconceivable.
4 days a week.
I live in North
Majestic,
Carolina, so I play
even.
a lot in the summer and the spring. And out here, I feel like summers are so hot, and it's like don't let me outside.
It's a different hot here.
Yeah.
Different hot we have. We have a dry hot.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad. It is hot, really
Right.
hot, but if you have any humidity, it makes it way worse. We I have a buddy that plays ACC out here. I've been wanting to get out here and play it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to start playing again. A bunch of friends who play out here.
19 minutes remaining in this blind level. I believe these are 30-minute levels.
I think I'm only playing Texas
31
once, and it was in
of 139 remaining.
I played North Carolina. I went to Pinehurst.
Okay.
4.2 million
has a
chips in
townhouse
play.
Nice. Yeah, I
So
live.
we went and
First through 11th place, going to go on to day 2 and bag it up 12th and 13th. Going to win a little money, as well as 13th and, or excuse me, 14th and 15th.
And then
We will be playing all the way down to bag.
Raleigh area.
We do not stop at the money, so we will be here all night.
Pinehurst is nice.
My name is Greg Potter. I'm going to be taking you through this one. I will be here all week as well.
Yeah. No, I know.
I like to pull
Tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday.
Right now, my club is cart path only, so I'm like,
Slick Rick,
I don't even play. I'm like,
Skullmaker
I
out
look
in
at it
Las
like, why did I
Vegas
do this?
currently.
This is
Going to
miserable.
go attend the GPI Awards, in which we were nominated for Best Live Stream, Best Hand,
Now I hit it everywhere.
a few other things as well. See if we can bag one this year. It's our time. It's our time, folks.
Hybrid.
Yep.
You're like, nah, we're hitting the 4.
Should have got the first time. We've been nominated every year.
Yeah, I'm relatable. I need that cart. I'm sure it was a fun experience.
It's our time.
After, well, maybe not at like all 16, but
Well, whenever we went to Pinehurst, you know, the caddy's like has a plastic bag full of beer, and
Yeah,
he's just
nice.
carrying like, I'm like, God,
Open-ended for RL. Definitely a bet incoming. Chase might peel one just for fun, but I kind of doubt it.
and a bag of beer. I've been known to drink a few of those.
We shall see. RL doesn't have a lot of chips behind. You really want to have implied odds whenever you go for long odds like this. You want to be able to win a lot of chips for taking this risk.
Yeah,
You're not going to win that many chips.
Celebration.
Not going to play big pots. Even if you hit, then you may as well just lay it down. Pick a different spot.
I drove
Hold
late
on
last night. I feel like if I drink, I'd
to
get
your
tired.
ever so precious
Got in at like
chips. This is the
damn.
time in the tournament where chip accumulation is very important so that you can outlast the blind levels coming up later,
But I'd
so you
played
can
till 7 in the
outlast
morning the day before.
people on the button,
Then functioned.
Yeah. No,
so
I
that you
get
have the
that.
opportunity to play very aggressive when everybody else will be forced to play passively. That said, you still need to take some risks. You just have to determine what risks are actually worth taking in the moment. That's why tournaments are so hard, man. Everybody likes to pretend tournaments are easy. Actually, I don't know who pretends that. They're notoriously quite difficult, but... Man, are they just... There's a lot of things going on. A lot of things to consider. Chase opens up the birds. You got to consider you might open up the aces and just get no action. Ace is not getting any action on this table.
Full option was probably better.
I was kicking myself for not raising before. Oh, why not? Check.
Four-way pot, king for Braxton. some possibilities for the rest of these players. Hearts for Dudley and Crypto Max. Gutter Ball for Chase. Could see a little action here. Could get a little interesting if anyone wants to get out of line. And we do find 4 players to the river. Chase drills the nuts to the dismay of everyone else. He was the furthest behind by far. Finds one of those pesky 2 outers. 3 outers, excuse me. Nope, 2 outers. I was correct. Braxton, we'll find out later that he is betting straight into the nuts. How anyone has 6-4 here? It is hard for him to imagine, I'm sure. There's the raise. And I don't know, man. I'm finding the muck pretty fast. This king, if it doesn't make a lot of sense, but there were a lot of people in the pot, they probably just have it. Like, they have something, right? They gotta have something. You may not know what it is, but they gotta have something at this point to make a play like this. Maybe a rivered set, turned set that's slow played. Who knows? It doesn't matter. It's all ahead of the king 8. Having the king of hearts is really not so great either, as that blocks a lot of hands that might call the flop. Not that it's really relevant, of course, being that the king is paired, but you know what I was getting at. Blocks all the brick draws if they hadn't been a pair. Nice fold from Braxton. I think that is definitely
Good for the game.
It is
the play.
Great for the game.
Come on, Chase, let's see it. It's good for the game, buddy. No bluff. Cannot show a bluff. Gotta love it when you just can't show a bluff.
Good for him.
I'm not even full of shit.
Listen.
God, I wish you
You
were
look like a blank.
I probably would have called her.
Funny thing is, I'm trying to show the king and I show the 8 first, so I'm like, now I have to show, I just have to show how bad this is.
Everybody in chat catching up to
like, show
the
it's
birthday special.
That's the wrong card. Seriously, I'm trying to show the king.
As soon as I
It's
saw
like,
the 8, I
oh,
was like, fuck, I'm not getting a call.
I'm like, wow, you are good at this game, buddy.
Happy birthday again to Noah. He busted out 3rd place.
I'm trying to flash the king. Show the 8.
I had a 5 too. I had
I
one.
was like, might as well show the whole thing now.
Anthony Chester did his best Marilyn Monroe performance.
You'll never believe me.
Show the 8 and just muck it.
Yeah, I show the 8 and like, you a bad motherfucker. Yeah, that was funny in my own head at the time.
Very pretty, very playable ace-10 of diamonds for Dudley. Takes it up a notch. Beau's going to find the all-in button. I think that is the play with a little less than, what, 6 bigs?
4 is my favorite hand.
5 bigs, exactly.
They're a fun hand.
6 bigs. Preston picks up ace-king. Dudley is going to be put in a world of hurt here. I don't think there's anything other
Oh, shit, that's a lot.
than the all-in button for Preston to find. That is indeed a lot. Now, what does Dudley want to do? Lay it down. That is the smart play. Preston
Okay.
gonna get a little rebate on this flip.
Everybody tell me that they folded
No,
aces.
that's fucking fair.
I folded 3 of them.
You folded
Beau is praying other people folded an ace or a king. Please tell me if you did.
I was calling
I
him.
don't know if I want them to tell me. It might hurt more. No ace nor king
Fours are good so far.
for Preston. Beau's standing up. He may as well be putting on the backpack. He's won this hand for sure. Yeah, there it is.
He's alive.
One hand.
Got to pull out all the tricks, guys. When your tournament life's on the line, you got to stand up,
What's that?
pick up your card protector,
Well, just let me
put your backpack on.
Hand it over.
May as well start heading for the door. You do all that, your chips are coming right back to you every time.
God, I'm supposed to get paid
Every
on
time,
that one, man.
Yeah.
Fucking call off the fucking
Yeah, it looked like
gutter,
shit,
dude.
too. I was like, what the fuck? What are you raising with?
I know.
4-6.
I know.
That's a bulldog hand. Some shit where bulldog stacks me. For
It is a bulldog hand. Speaking of, what
know
is
it.
that guy?
Maybe one hand, yeah, maybe one hand.
Just gotta play 6-4 and shit, man.
No.
You know?
I played 8-5 with a hand with you.
Yeah.
When you had 7-4.
Yeah.
Was it 8%?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Diamonds for Preston through the back door. RL has hit a disastrous 9 on the river. Is it going to pay him? You don't have to pay him here. But it has checked all the way down at this point. Very weak 9, too. Like, I think if RL had 9-10, you're probably just flicking in the chips, right? Jack 9. Certainly anything better than that. Preston is a very creative player. I'm certain he could find some bluffs here. Ace highs, like ace deuce. Might bet the flop. Might check it out of position. Would certainly bluff the river to try and get a better hand to fold. Hands that aren't likely to win at showdown, but also potentially had showdown earlier in the hand. RL's thinking about it, man. He's already made one good fold today, pre-flop with the 10s. Maybe saved himself some money. Let's see if he can do it in post as well. Shaking his head.
Not to have to make this decision.
This hand is in the muck for sure. Nice fold from RL. Preston does not get paid. Preston says, how do you do that? Look at that disgruntlement on his face. How do you fold a 9 to me? You're not supposed to fold that. You're supposed to pay me. Little throwback here. Eric VL says, can we never say 2 Joels in the hole again? I will say it as many times as I'd like, Eric.
Did y'all play much longer at TC?
This is my playground right now.
Like an hour longer.
Yeah?
Yeah. Managed to give
2
me
Joels
money back.
in the hole. I hope he picks up jacks every hand.
Oh, man.
I tried to bluff him. Bad
I'm sure he would like that as well.
Dude always finds a way.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Joel is a bit of a sicko. I'm sure he'd take it.
feel
He'd take
good about
jacks
it.
every
Snap me
hand.
off.
I certainly would. Best hands in the game. Everybody loves to hate on jacks and ace king, but it's like top 6 hands. You know? Look at that. Jacks would have been great here. Couple of Joels on the flop. Checks it down. King high is good for Dudley.
It's too good. I needed something,
I
needed something worse. Yeah.
I thought it was good, actually.
I thought it was good too. That's why I didn't bet.
I
needed a worse card.
I almost just shipped it. What am I? How much do I owe? 1,500? I only won a hand. Yes.
There you go. You're good. Chop it?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna check.
All right. Let's go to a turn. Check.
Check to the turn. Not a lot of money going in, but Dudley does have the check mark. Not going to get any money. Not going to get money from Mr. Chase on this one, I don't think.
I'm in trouble.
In trouble indeed.
I know.
Gonna find the muck.
Oh, nice.
Queen. I had a queen.
You're supposed to raise after you said that, Chase. You're supposed to say I'm in trouble. Guess I'm gonna have to raise.
Dudley was he's gonna snap me off.
Well, if you bet, I was calling. Yeah, top pair. I ain't holding that shit.
Budget Chicken says Crypto Max runs hotter than Greg. Chugging the last dab. Budget Chicken, I will never chug the last dab. I think that would be my last day on this earth, because that would actually kill me. I've never had the hot sauce. Probably will never try it. I have seen the aftermath of such ventures. Last dab very high up on the scale. I will not take on that many Scovilles in my entire life. More than likely. God willing, anyway. Ace Jack for Braxton. Sitting on the biggest stack at the table currently. But hiding in the weeds, this guy, you know, not really playing too many hands. Crypto Max going to call with ace queen. I love this call. This is a great just calling hand when your opponent opens up under the gun. Because when you 3-bet, you fold out pretty much everything that you dominate, right? The under the gun 3-betting range is very tight. Hands like king queen offsuit and ace jack offsuit that Braxton has that are right there on the edge are going to go in the muck. You don't want those hands in the muck whenever you have ace queen. It also makes sure that you have some very strong hands in your big blind calling range so that you can't just get bullied on ace and queen and king high boards. Crypto Max
You have a guy coming in?
did not love that king. He was ahead of Braxton until that king, but now they are both playing trip tens with an ace and a king. So this is more than likely to get called. from Braxton. So Max, what is he going for? Value here? I don't know what this bet was, but it does get called, and they will chop it up.
Yeah.
Do you get called by Queen High? You might. It is one big blind, after all. If Queen High is going, I will put it this way. If Queen High is going to call a bet, it will be one big blind. No more. No more than one, as our blinds on cue are going to go up.
Yeah.
As Braxton coughs directly into the microphone. You could see the little hesitation there as he felt the mic. Of course, after having already forgotten about it, but the cough was coming, he had committed. He was there. So was the microphone. Gotta love it. Blinds are up now. 1.5, 3K, 3K. Looks like Clayton got one more shuffle in before the blinds went up, or the graphics have not quite caught up just yet. But I believe we are at the 244 level after this. Yeah, he got the shuffle in. For those of you who don't know, if the blinds are about to go up, the line for whether or not you have to increase your blinds this hand or play one more at the previous blind level is the dealer shuffle. If the dealer has started the shuffle before that blind counter reaches 0, indicating the blind's going up, then you will play one more hand at the previous blind level. It doesn't really add up to much, but a lot of players really appreciate it if some dealers maybe hustle through those last 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't really matter. But it's a nice courtesy as we get another player into the game. Mr. Rick C does not know what he's sitting down to on his left. I will say, if these players could choose for Joel and Preston to sit next to anyone else, it would be each other, because it does limit their ability to get too crazy. They really want to start stomping the rest of the table. Beau picks up 2 Joels in the hole. He's all in for 43,000. Braxton with the tanks. He's about to get it in way behind. There's no world you fold this. It's more of a question of call or isolate. Rick C has not even looked at his cards yet, as far as I know. 7 Dewey. Not going to be good enough, I don't think. We're going to a run out, 94,000 chips in the middle. Beau's tournament life is on the line, but he is in a great spot for a double.
Try to ward off
an exact same over there, too.
Beau with the classic stand-up maneuver, securing this run out for his jacks. A couple aces on the board, not looking so good for Braxton. Still needs a 10 and a 10 only. Doesn't come. Jacks will hold. Beau is going to double once again.
Back is better. A little bit of better. It's a long time. It's rough over here.
Huh?
For me, compared to in there.
It's rough for me too, man.
It was like,
I came here with a decent stack.
I mean, like, if this is recorded, I can look back and see all the hands that came. 4 hands. I pocket 3s 4 times though. Nothing happened. Just got these. Should ask you to chop.
You don't want to flip for it?
You want to chop?
You could have jammed. Could have left it up to the poker gods.
Yeah. Diamond hunting, looking for diamonds.
Oof, look at this. Aces have got no action all day today. Let's see if that trend continues. Here comes the raise from Braxton. I don't know if RL is going to love it so much. He's on a very short stack. I think the only way Braxton gets significant action here is somebody wakes up with it behind. Joe looked at his hand, said, "What a shame," and shipped it into the muck. Taking a peek outside for a little run out here. I didn't see the river. I couldn't see if the clubs got there. But it does look like someone had a nice double up. Gotta love this all-in action we can see from outside, man. You get to include all the tables going on out there. Well, this is a cooler. If I've ever seen one. Trips over trips. Chase and Preston both very happy to see this board. This could be one of the biggest pots of the day, depending on the run out. Preston just going to slow play here. I do like it. You have the option between raising and calling here. That is going to slow the action just a little. What a killer, man. Chase checks it back. I think when Preston bets here, he's going to get snapped incredibly fast. Now, what is the sizing he wants to choose? Going to be small, right? Got to be. 17 and a snap call. Trip's no good. Trip's no good. Run out definitely saved Chase from losing a little bit more.
10,000. 7 folds. 8 folds. 9 folds. 1 fold.
Five four suited for Dudley in the big. It's close here with the 5-4 suited. If you're sitting like 50 plus bigs, you're definitely seeing the flop. But when you've only got about what?
Chase, I'm kind of tilted.
13 bigs?
Just wanted to tell you that.
It gets close.
Should he bet like 40 there?
I'm not as
I mean,
brushed up
should've
on
just
my
played a much bigger pot.
tournament ranges, though.
Yeah.
I did not expect this hand to be all in. I will say that much.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
All in for Dudley's tournament live. Braxton did flop himself an
We
eights.
just could have played a lot bigger pot.
Could've
I
played
didn't know you were that strong.
Yeah.
Catch a 5.
Yeah. I mean,
We'll see. Dudley needs a 5.
obviously.
And now only a 4. That deuce is a disastrous turn card, counterfeiting any 2-pair he could make. Braxton going to rack up even more chips.
10 could have came on the river.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that would have really tilted me.
I was fucking rooting
No,
for
that's
you.
what I'm saying. I'm not
That will
Shade
end
magic, baby.
Dudley's run in this. If you're playing Sir,
Huh?
Braxton continuing to lead this feature table and probably the field as well. Or damn near. I'm sure there's probably a few pretty insanely big stacks out there. You never know, though.
It's gonna fuck with you.
King Queen for Beau, nothing for nobody else. One bet will get it done.
I was tilted.
Taking a look at the stacks, Braxton shorter in big blinds than when he got here, but still the biggest stack at the table. 80 bigs, good spot to be in. RL on live support, 6 big blinds on the other end. Everybody else in between, varying degrees. We have a very steady standard deviation in all of our stacks here. Makes for an interesting tournament table dynamic when that is the case. You know, if you got one massive stack, like one really big stack, it can certainly change how it goes. But everybody kind of has incentive to get involved with various hand types when it's all scattered about like this. It creates very chaotic environment. And when there's a bunch of really small stacks at the table, you know you're not going to play a lot of post-flop. Probably just going to be running it a lot. There's one big stack at the table. That guy's just going to be duking it out with everyone. You know, there's predictability to that. Less so when you got a smattering of different stack sizes. Ace-Jack for Joel. He's got the best hand. Beau is drawing. Dead.
That's 12,000.
Herd all in. There it is for RL. Does Chase want to try and knock him out? Pretty close hand. King Jack suited. Probably in there. King Jack off. All these players behind. Oh, look at this. Beau with some jolts in the hole. 123K. He's going to rip it over top. I like it. This hand needs a lot of protection. You don't want anybody else peeling behind with ace-queen suited. Ace-queen offsuit. And we are going to a run out. Beau needs to dodge an ace, and an ace only. Looking pretty good. And he does. That's what I'm saying, folks. All you're going to do is stand up. Just stand up, get ready to leave, and you will be rewarded with the pot. RL stayed in his seat. Now he's going to the barn door. Coincidence? That's all I'm saying. Beau's going to win a very nice pot. Thank you, RL, for playing. We are down to 25 of our original 58 or so as we came into the tournament out of 139 entrants into flight number 4 of the 500K guaranteed half milli, all a part of the Lodge Championship Series 2025 that we are hosting right here in Austin, Texas. This is the feature table. My name is Greg Potter. We'll be taking you through this one. Got some fantastic cash games coming up tomorrow. PLO on Saturday. Day 2 of this tournament will be Sunday. So if you like the tournament action, be sure to keep watching. Follow us back on Sunday for the conclusion of this tournament. And be sure to tune in tomorrow and Saturday for some cash game action in between. I know we got Andrew Neeme on the felt tomorrow. That's about all I think I'm allowed to give away.
Let's get a big one in before the break. Just one.
Just one? One big hand?
Yeah, one big one.
You guys were supposed to do that already.
Tomorrow's going to be a good game.
We did.
I'll just say that.
It's a good thing we didn't do that.
Oh, you're right.
You wink at him, Chase? Give him a wink. Like,
So just raise the flop.
Yeah, I give him the club vibe.
I raised the flop there. We have some fun.
I folded clubs on that hand.
Did you?
The old 8-4. I think it was.
I'm glad I didn't do it to my buddy.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
My favorite guy.
Man. Glad you didn't either.
Will they keep playing this after this break, or will they move it in there?
Yeah.
Tanks for Joel.
All in?
Like the jam here for sure. Tens are not a hand you really want to tango with playing a 3-bet pot out of position post-flop. Say that 5 times fast. So you want to apply a lot of pressure pre-flop, and if someone just wakes up with a big hand, then you're just running it. This is the time early on to take risks like that.
he starts with the
You 3-bet to a reasonable size, you might get called in 2 spots playing deep against 2 players. Not what you want with the tanks. So I think the chip accumulation, the more certainty that there is in a jam,
Hell yeah.
and the uncertainty of trying to play post-flop is definitely the way to go at this stage in a tournament. Nicely played from Joel. You don't win $300,000 tournaments by not making moves like that. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, fuck me. Should have left it out there.
Chase, gonna be gambling a little.
Dude, I was good with 12, but then you grabbed that extra 5, and I was like,
Crypto Max going to bump it up to ace with Ace King to 16,000.
What's 4,000 chips anyway? Maybe we should have kept the
I thought that
straddle.
was the one.
We should have kept the straddle on.
I know, I should have left the 10. No, you would have made it fucking 50 or something.
I don't think it's that much. Nice little 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit more.
I
See, it was like the same thing. You could have kept the straddle.
would have been like pot committed, so I would have had to go like all in.
Ah.
All right, 7 minutes for that big one.
That could have been it.
It could have. I fucked it up. I should have called. Actually, you fucked it up. You made it 5,000 too much.
Yeah, I know.
3,000.
I was good with 12.
I wanted a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 minutes.
Almost just paid 2 bigs. I'll play with it. Five.
Raise.
All right. This might be the one.
Chase is open-ended here. Beau
Okay.
is in there in the big blind with a deuce. Queen doesn't really change much. I like the raise on the flop for protecting the deuce. Definitely feeling better about it now. Going to pick this off from Chase.
Full house.
5 high.
Full house. Full house. Big time.
Chase is a good sport, shows anyway, even after his opponent announced full house. And almost certainly can be 5 high.
Oh, man.
$14?
8 bets, 14,000.
Queen for Joel and Crypto Max. This could get expensive. Single raise pot pre-flop. Nobody bumped it again as Braxton opened up under the gun. He does make his exit here. He's going to let these two guys duke it out. These guys can really treat their hand, both of them, as the effective nuts. It's a single raise pot, and the board is very, very dry. Got to be afraid of the Or rather, you can't be afraid of the random 7-6 ace deuce out there. And these guys check on the turn. Jack definitely going to slow some action. No raise going in on this river. Crypto Max, I think, is an easy check to bluff catch. He could go for some value, but what are you trying to get value from? Queen 10? Queen 10 might still bet on its own.
35.
35, and I don't imagine Crypto Max is going anywhere. It is kind of hard to find the value, though, that you beat, right? Because Queen Jack has now just gotten there. Sucked out on you. Does Queen 10 bet the flop, check the turn, and then go for more value on the river? Maybe. I'm not so sure. Joel did just call and under the gun open. Yeah, I think you just have to pay it off here. It's pretty hard to find a world that you fold king, queen, in my opinion. Maybe some of you sickos out there can lay it down. I don't think so, though. I think it really does just depend on whether you think your opponent is going to bet queen 10 on the river. If the answer is yes, then you have to call. There's no world that you can fold if you think your opponent ever bets queen 10 on the river. Now, a lot of people would lose their mind and get stacked there. But you have to take into account that Jack is a very important card on the river.
Nice. What time you got?
And you have to think about all of the action you've seen up to this point, not just the one that's in front of you. Just calling it under the gun open. It's a very strong line.
Looking at my phone and
Not the strongest line, but definitely one you have to be wary of. Board has counterfeited Braxton's 7, so ace high from Crypto Max will win. I like the bet here from Braxton. You gotta put in the bluff when your hand gets counterfeit like this. You're not gonna win checking down Jack high. You can still get folds out of queen high, king high, even ace high on a board like this. So I think it is mandatory. With that run out, you put in the bluff, and Braxton has picked up on that nicely. After that one, we're going to go to break. Don't go anywhere, folks, because on your end, you will see absolutely nothing with the power of production magic. We will be back before you know it. Stick around. And just like that, folks, we are back with 8 seconds remaining on this break. Coming into the game, let's take a look at where we left off. Braxton, 82 big blinds. Rick C, 57. Joel, 53. Preston, 47. Beau, 46. Chase, 28. And Crypto Max at 18 bigs. Currently with 7 players in the game. I think we were balanced. We may have lost a player. 30 minutes on the clock to the next blind level. We are coming back to the 25 5K. Excuse me, the 3K, 6K. 6K blind level. Blinds are starting to jump quick, folks.
3 raises to 14, 4 folds.
The inevitable shrinking of stacks is happening. You will, one way or another, find your way into the middle.
There you go. Ace high. Gotta get it in.
I was about to shove.
Once again, my name is Greg Potter. We are playing
What was your kicker?
3K, 6K, 6K blind level in the
I was gonna be fucked.
feature table of flight number 4 of 12 of the 500K guaranteed LCS Half Milly. Our next big tournament, the flagship tournament of this series, it's going to be the $1 Million Guaranteed Lodge Championship Series main event. $3,000 buy-in going on from the 26th to March the 3rd. We will stream the final table on March the 3rd or the 4th, depending. Weekly satellites going on all the time, both in-house here at Lodge Card Club in Round Rock. You can also check out WPT Gold to play some satellites with some sweeps coins and potentially find yourself a seat. This is the winner from last year, Michael Lang, 2024. The 2023 winner is right there in the 9 seat as we come back to some action.
That's the 5th time.
It was an all-in. Crypto Max with the 8s. I saw 9s on this screen.
Oh, really?
No way did those get folded.
Oh, God. Thank God. Thank God you folded.
I had 9s.
I had 8s. 8s.
That
You saved me. Yeah, 8s. 8s.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, 8s.
Too much going on over there.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Braxton laid down the 9s.
good. By the grace of God, we survived.
That is,
Yeah.
Shove. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know, maybe that's all right with Beau in there. But Braxton, you can afford it.
Ace.
Do we not get the 9s in there, chat? I don't know. I think I'm in.
At least it didn't cost me anything.
Yeah, that's always good.
I suppose it would technically be a 4-bet.
No doubt.
So yeah, that does get a little scary. Beau does have a sizable stack, could definitely do some damage to Braxton. Maybe not the craziest fold. But also 9s? I think I'm in. I think I gotta stick it in chat. Ace Jack for Preston versus Braxton's King Jack. Preston gonna go for the 3-bet. Knows Braxton could probably have a lot of hands in the cutoff, pretty wide range. Preston is choosing to attack that. And is in fact getting called by worse here. Jack on the board and we play a big one. That is not a flop for playing a big one, let me tell you. Preston probably going to continue with a lot of his range here. You certainly check a lot more in these 3-bet spots than you might think. Definitely in single raise spots, you check out a position a lot. 3-bet spots, you continue a little more because you have a much stronger range than your opponent. Braxton going to put in the float. King Jack here. Preston somehow getting max value with ace high. 9 on the turn. I think this is where Preston starts to give up. Maybe not. Maybe not. Trying to deny to any available draws. Small bet from Preston. Maybe he knows his ace high is good. He's trying to go for value. Well, 29,000 out there. Enticing. But how enticing? Braxton now has a gutter to the 10 and an overcard. Now this would be interesting. Braxton chose to raise here. That would certainly be interesting. He chooses neither call nor raise, but finds the fold, and Preston takes down a much bigger pot than I would have expected with those hands in that formation. But nevertheless, the one with the chips, and he has vaulted his way into second in chips out of the 7 remaining in our feature table. We lose one more player, we will fill those 2 seats as there are 22 left. Excuse me, my math is terrible, folks. We lose 4 more players. We will fill those 2 seats. There are 9 seats at a poker table. Some of us know that. Braxton opens up the ace-3. Rick's gonna call with the ace-8.
I had.
The table is grown. Deathly silent. Tournaments are serious business. Everybody needs to lock in. You don't make friends in a tournament table. No chance. This guy's got sunglasses on. No such thing as a friend. At a tournament poker table. Did I just see Queen Jack suited in the muck? No way. Yeah, there it is. Rick C's got it. Graphics got a little jumpy. Joel's going to be right there behind him with ace-queen. Goes for just a call. Playing the ace-queen a little slow. And has 2 worse queens in there with him. So what a time to have slow-played the ace-queen a little. I could be on board with defending the button ace-queen, but with Preston behind, I don't want that player in with me at all. And look at this, man. Joel, the only one that doesn't flop a pair, despite having his opponents dominated. Rick's definitely going to bet. Joel can definitely call 1. These guys are certainly deep enough. SPR is about 3. If he hits a king, could certainly win some more money.
I'm all in.
Oh my goodness. And Chase has found the all-in button. I did not expect that. He does have second pair and some backdoors. Maybe he just decided he is never folding later on. Would much rather see if he can generate a few folds now. Ace-10, King-10, definitely getting out of there. But is any jack folding? I'm not so sure. And 2 players have now shown interest in this pot. This is a very risky play. Bordering on overly aggressive. It might work. You never know in tournaments. This just might make these players fold, but because what is Chase realistically representing here? He called in the small blind. He could certainly have ace-jack suited, king-jack suited. All of those hands Rick C is losing to. Could have jack-10 suited, certainly losing to that. Does he just ship it here with king-queen? I don't know. Queen of clubs is very relevant. King, queen of clubs may take this line. Rick C with the decision. He's got Joel behind to think about. 173,000 chips out there. Has to call 74,000. Rick C lays it down. Joel
Nice.
certainly to go behind. Chase with the unorthodox jam gets it done. Would not have expected that. Looking at his hand. But you know what? None of that theory stuff matters. Chase has the chips. That's what matters in this tournament. We have colored up some of these chips. There are now the blues in play. I don't think I have a graphic anymore for the tournament chip colors, but I will break them down, the denominations for you. Should have done this sooner, but here we are. The Yellowbirds, those are 1,000 chips. The oranges are 5K chips, and those blue boys, 25K chips, making their appearance now. Crypto Max with a very easy call in the big blind. Finds a 9. He's getting to that stack depth where even with second pair, you might have to play an all-in. Certainly feeling good about his 9 now. I'd like to see a bet here to protect his hand, but he does, in fact, check it over one more to Joel. Never folding now for sure. Given he's checked the whole way, he can maybe check and induce a bluff. But if he bets small enough, he will get called by ace high. There it is. Yeah, Joel is not happy to see that tiny bet. Knows he pretty much has to call. Ace King for Rick C. Maybe going to get some of those chips back after laying down the best hand 2 hands ago. Gets a few back. You don't mind just taking down the blinds with Ace King. Just a drawing hand after all.
Bet 12. Call. Fold. That's up. Bet 16.
Cool.
Two of them. Yeah.
2 pair.
1 and 2. Sixes and fives.
Nice.
raises to 13. 34.
Kings for Preston. We've seen quite a few aces today. No kings. Can Preston get some action with the boys? Not looking like it. Not looking like it, man. It's a disaster. You wait all day. You're patient. You don't get too out of line. You pick up a big hand. Raise it up. Everybody folds. The constant, persistent grind of tournaments that is ever present. You sign up to run these marathons. Picking up kings. Everybody folds. Somehow worse than when you pick up aces, in my opinion. It's like, come on, at least let me sweat a little. Somebody get it in with ace queen. You know, aces against like ace king, ace queen. Just got them drawn nearly dead, but you live a little. Kings.
Oh, sorry.
Where's ace king? You know,
My fault. Okay.
king queen suited for Crypto Max.
Raises to 12, 6, 7, 8 folds. And then 11.
And he takes it down. Slick Rick showing up in chat,
This is coming out.
tuning in from probably the Austin airport. Bergstrom International Airport. International Airport. Did you know you can fly straight to London from Austin? I didn't. Pretty wild. But for some reason, I have to go to Dallas before I go to Florida. Don't know why. Ace king for Crypto Max.
If I verbalize it, I can't mess up.
That is correct. If at any time you want to be certain that your action is communicated clearly, just verbalize it. Don't leave it up to subjective interpretation from the dealer or the other players at the table. State your intentions clearly and succinctly, and everything will be okay. Spades on the board. Crypto Max has the king of spades. Pretty great start. Pretty much got a lock on this hand. I think one bet will do it. Slick Rick is in chat on his way to Las Vegas. I believe Skull Mike's currently in Denver. And then he is hopping on a plane to Vegas. I'm sure he is going to be well rested, bright, cheery as always, as Skull Mike always is. The embodiment of sunshine. They're going out there to participate in the GPI Awards. Hope you guys voted for us. We were nominated for several awards, including Best Hand, Best Live Stream. It's our year. Should have been our year 2 years ago. Should have been our year last year. It's time. It's time, folks. Bring it home. Bring it home, boys.
9 raises to 13. 3 folds. 4 falls. Heads up. Bet 12. Fold.
It's too much.
Oh, shit.
This is second tournament.
Mine too.
Should've just made me splash the pot.
Second time we've done that.
There'll be more mistakes along the way.
Seven folds.
13?
8 raises to 13. 9 folds. 3 calls. 4 folds. 5 folds. 6 calls. 3 players. At 15. Raise to 38.
Queens for Joel. Betting into Chase's ace. Joel getting raised here. Certainly not loving it.
Nine hand.
Chase will
mess up
take
on the
down
button.
a healthy one. Taking a chip off old Joel, who is now running on fumes a little bit. Had a couple hands where he just had to get involved. Did not get the result he wanted, and has slowly given it to the field. You can tell he does not look happy about that. My goodness. Imagine seeing that face staring at you across the table. I might just leave my chips on the table and leave. So you can have them, buddy. Good Lord. Viking incarnate over there. Also, you might not expect Joel has a rather prominent New Orleans accent. Would never have guessed looking at this man. Would never have guessed.
5 folds. 6 folds. 7 folds. Heads up.
Same hands, duking it out. Whoever bets will win this pot, more than likely.
Listen.
All in.
All in.
Heard all in from Joel. Ace-9 offsuit. He's going to try and take down all this dead money pre. There's a lot of calls out there. And honestly, calling with the 5s here facing the jam would be pretty spicy. I think once Chase folds, there will be a calamitous cascade of folds behind.
Not about there, but
And Joel is going to win 30,000 chips without a fight. Ace-9 offsuit. That's a good result right there. That's what you want.
3 folds. 4 folds.
12.
5 raises to 12. 6 folds. 7 folds. 8 folds. 9 calls, hands up. Check. That's fine. Call. Check. Check.
Tens hold for CryptoMax. But Preston has a 4 on a very, very scary board for a 4. CryptoMax did not snap check back. He's probably thinking about betting. Decides against it. I think that is the correct play. Takes it back, wins a 53,000 chip pot. Man, it's been a crazy week here at the Lodge. Last weekend, we had the 50K guaranteed true free roll that ended in spectacular results. 3 players got seats to the Lodge Championship Series main event. A couple more took home some cash for exactly an entry of $0. We had the meetup game on Monday. A lot of fun that was. A lot of cash games going around the clock, along with the kickoff of the Lodge Championship Series with the President's Day tournament.
6 raises to 23.
Tuesday, 30K guaranteed
7 folds. 8
free roll tournaments. They're bumped up from the normal guarantees. Celebration of the Lodge Championship Series.
3 folds.
We're just getting started, folks, because here we are playing the half milli 500K guaranteed. Feature table, these 7 players. CryptoMax opened up the 3s, and the low jack gets 3 bet. Not the 3 he wanted to see. Braxton takes it down. This guy is racking up chips, man. Could have had all of CryptoMax's chips. Laid down 2 9s, though. Blinds have gone up. 4K, 8K, 8K. 21 players remain. We are playing down to the final 11, who will move on to day 2. 12 and 13 get a little bit of cash, as do 14 and 15. We will be here, if it takes all night, down to the final 11 players. Really just trying to find a bag, you know? Just trying to find a bag at this point. There are multi-bag bonuses, of which details you can find on the Lodge Art Club website. Just go to the tournament schedule, find the 500K guaranteed half milli. They're also available for the Lodge Championship Series main event. Go to the description of those tournaments. You will find all the details you will need on that. Preston finds the 10s. They're getting 3 bet as well.
3 folds. 4 folds.
Back-to-back tanks getting 3 bets. Braxton now on the other side of it. Can't be loving that.
All in.
Crimson Max is in. The tanks are making their way around the table. And they're working for everybody.
Gave me the worst seat.
What's that?
They gave me the worst seat. He's gonna bully me in the blinds. What? He's gonna bully me in the blinds. I bully you too. I had a good hand.
Could you beat pocket 12?
Not 12. So. Got my chips back.
There's the stacks. We can take a look at them. Getting a little short. Everybody is now below 50 big blinds as those blinds steadily tick up. 42 bigs for Braxton. He's been at the top of the chart since minute 1. Hasn't moved. Joel has moved a lot. All over the map he's been. He started on a shorter stack, doubled up twice, and then now is back down at the bottom. Crypto Max was on 8 bigs at one point. Now he's got 26 big blinds to work with. It ain't over till it's over, folks. Tournaments are a grind for a reason. You always have a chance to win if you have a chip in a chair. Looks like you guys just caught up to the break. Obviously, you'll hear this in 30 minutes or so. Through the power of movie magic, we skip right over that for you. That way you can only tune into the action. There's the Kings for Rick C. I said it. We didn't see Kings all day. Now we see them left and right. Puts on the 3-bet. Braxton with the Queen 9. On the button. Probably going to hit the muck. Queen 9 suited. You could start calling. My goodness. And Braxton makes the call here. Does not want to find a queen or a 9. Finds a queen. Disaster. Rick C. SPR is less than 1. I mean, do you call pre to fold post when you hit a queen? You don't. Biggest pot of the day thus far. Just over $250,000 in chips. Got some action going here.
Oh, not yet. At the time it is, and that's in.
Needs a 9 or a queen to eliminate Rick C. He's got to be feeling pretty good right now with that run out.
More enjoyable to see the heart
236,000 chips sliding his way. He is back in this game. First player to take a significant chunk out of Braxton. Preston now the table leader. Now the dynamic is going to get really interesting. There are 4 players with very similar stack sizes. This will change the dynamic of the table quite a lot. There'll be a lot less bullying going on from the bigger stacks. Probably going to be a lot less jamming pre-flop as well. A lot more post-flop play to come. Taking a peek outside. An all-in moments, 10-9. Suited. Gets picked off by 2 pair here. That open-ender did not get there. And that will be a double up for the player in the 3 seat. Start for him. Joel, King, Queen suited. Is all in, as he should be, over Braxton's raise. Does Braxton want to run it back, try and win those chips again here? It's really close with ace-jack. It's a miserably close. These are the spots you hate. You have ace-jack, you open it up, you get jammed on. Only got to call another 9 bigs or so.
I don't think I can fold.
And Braxton does make the call. He is ahead for the moments, but it is a race. Joel needs a king, a queen, or a couple of clubs.
Good luck to us. One of us.
I like that. Good luck, us. GLGL.
Deal.
Going to a run out. 200,000 chips in the middle. Jack in the window. Doesn't change much. Still got to fade a king or a queen. But Braxton is looking pretty good, and he does fade it all.
Good luck, guys. Take care, man.
Nice hand.
Says Preston, you were just keeping the chair warm for me, buddy. I'll take that number 1 seat back now. That will eliminate Joel. He's had quite a swingy final table. I can think of another final table, or excuse me, feature table. I can think of another moment on stream. He had quite a swing, quite a run. And won a massive tournament last December.
Right on the cutoff, too. It was like 11 days.
And I believe earlier in the year as well. Did he win the monster? He won the monster. That's what it was.
Hope.
Had to have won. Think. Right? We run so many fantastic, massive tournaments here that hard to keep track of who won what, especially when you see these guys over and over and over again. Once you win a big tournament like that, you become cemented, not only in Lodge history, but the Lodge player pool. Unless you flew in for the tournament. But if you're a local, we see you here every day now. Chase is dominated here. Rick C's got a big one with ace-queen. Diamonds. Going to be a big pot, for sure. Top pair for Chase. Chase likes to raise these top pairs. He's just going to call this time. A brick on the turn. Maybe not. How about an ace? Rick C going to get there in more ways than one. He's got this on lockdown. Chase now with an interesting line here. Going to lead out.
I'm all in.
There's the jam. Chase found out right where he was at.
King, queen.
Cannot love seeing the jam. But you also don't have many chips behind. There's a lot of chips already out there.
Everybody's dying on king, queen. I fold.
Chase lays it down. Great fold from Chase. Still alive. Rick C. This guy was less than 80K chips not 5 hands ago.
I'll make it up.
He is all the way back to the top. Could really put the hurt on Braxton or Preston at this point. We were down to 6 players. We will get those remaining 3 filled in a moment. We'll be down to 2 tables as we are currently at 18 remaining runners.
Should be. Oh, it's 18. Yeah.
That's the blind. We're 3 short.
Uh, 16.
5 raises to 16. Six bids. 16. 7 bids. No. Yeah. Cool. I'm on it. We got that. 9 folds, 3 folds, 4 folds.
Love to play some. Good Lord. Started together.
Andy, what do you got? 106?
108.
108. 108.
We will welcome all 3 of our new players. Andy. Bill. Is that Beau? Is Beau back? Was he gone? He must have lost another player somewhere that we have not accounted for in the graphics. We've only got 8 players.
7 folds.
My goodness. Now we only have 7. We'll get it sorted in a minute. Braxton picks up ace king suited.
9 folds. 3 folds.
Beau's going to make the call with a couple of ducks. We never lost Beau.
Might as well end together, huh?
I hope so.
So Max with a couple of 4s is in there as well. Who's going to flop a big one?
Awesome. I didn't see you bring that.
Yeah.
Beau. Beau will flop a big one.
Mine's smaller.
I got nothing in mine anyway, man. But it still tripped me out.
What is this guy doing?
I know.
Oh my gosh. The king of sets on the turn. Beau's about to lose all his money. Who invited this guy? It has happened again.
Green tea.
A set on the turn for Crypto Max. He is so happy to see someone betting into this pot. He's going to raise. Beau's not even going to know what to do other than stick the chips in.
40.
For your cards, so don't face down, you have to wave them over this.
Straight is available, but you're never folding the set. Yeah, there it is. All in a snap. Cooler of the day. For sure. Beau drawing to exactly 1 deuce. And appropriately has 2% chance to hit said deuce. He's standing up this time. Not going to work on Crypto Max. He's already making his way for the door. What do you do there, man?
Thank you.
You tap the table, you say nice hand, you just walk out as fast as possible. You know Beau's just going straight to his car, straight to the lot. Not saying bye to anybody. Not ordering a drink on the way out. He's like, I'm out.
Better be lucky than good.
Is that Bill Cox? We got Bill Cox at the table. Tournament winners left and right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Crushers
Yell at you, Lauren's a
on our featured table. We picked a good one today.
I hate this seat too. Anybody want to see change?
yeah, you can elbow her.
Anybody want to see change?
Very sharp elbow.
Sure would love it.
You have the worst seat in the house.
Huh?
You have the worst seat in the house. I can't see the cards when I sit in your seat.
I can't see the cards no matter what
Oh, that's
seat I
good.
sit
Oh,
in.
so it doesn't matter.
You beat me to it, guys. I was going to say that.
What happens now? We're gonna get another player, what?
No, we're gonna be hand for hand. We're gonna.
Hand for hand, because we're playing for the bubble,
Oh,
for
snap.
the last cash.
Can we curse live now, right?
It's warmer in here than out there. It's colder out there.
It's been like up and down in the air.
Yeah. So if you go 73 in here
Like
is
hit.
very cold, 74 in here is hot. You can't, there's no between. It's like, it's frigid in here.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry.
Yeah, I had ace king suited there.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on? It's easy though. I mean, it's easy to get away from.
That's good, yeah.
Poker's hard.
Yeah.
Poker is definitely hard, let me tell you.
Sorry.
It is
Unless you
one of the hardest games out there. You think you know what you're doing. This game will have you questioning that fact
Easy on one and
every
hard on the other.
single day. Sometimes every hand you play.
Cash or instead of setting cash.
We are taking just a moment. I do believe we are now hand for hand. If I'm not mistaken, that or we are pausing to get all the players. We are, in fact, hand for hand, as Miss Lauren is going to explain that to the players. What is going to happen?
After 7 minutes goes by.
Bill Cox. Don't worry, folks. Bill Cox is a regular here. That might seem rude to others, but we all know him. We all love him.
Okay, I did.
He's got a great reputation amongst the dealers.
No, man.
Anyways, we are hand for hand. That means that we will pause the clock, take a certain amount of time off the clock for each hand played. I don't remember what it is. I want to say it's 2 minutes. One hand will be dealt to each table, and the next hand will not be dealt until the action at the other table has been concluded. If there's an all-in, there will be a pause
You can just let Lauren stay.
while the action at the other table concludes.
Thanks.
And then we will see the result of that all-in. Then we will move on to the next hand. This will continue until we have lost another player. The reason we are doing this is because we are right up on the bubble, the money bubble.
Thank you.
Chase is all in. I don't think Preston's going anywhere. We might just burst the bubble immediately.
It's hand for hand.
7-5. 75.
I think Preston is going to have to call here. I think he knows it. He's doing a little inventory, but it's not so close. Yeah, he makes the call.
Oh, keep it down. Keep it down.
I'll show until they say.
Why?
Because it's hand for.
All in and a call. It's hand for hand, just in case there's some. I mean, it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah,
nobody can see it.
Yeah.
It's just a hand for hand rule.
Man, Preston's like, oh, you got ace check of hearts. I got aces. Little troll. Little troll out the door. Imagine the relief Chase feels when he sees the fives.
One more for me.
Preston the jokester. It's a flip. Classic all-in scenario for Chase's life here. Jack in the window.
Slow 5 on the river.
Slow 5.
5 and a 5 only. 5% chance to hit it. Doesn't come. Mr. Preston, Chase will win the flip.
You're live.
0 for 3.
That's hand.
No doubt.
We are getting it in and running it out today, folks.
I really kind of wanted to see you get eliminated.
I know. I'm sure everybody did, dude. Who the fuck would it?
It was a tough predicament for me.
Right? Yeah.
Guys, Clayton coming in.
Oh, God.
Hang in there.
Thanks. Clayton,
We're going to
please.
do a quick dealer swap as we take a look at the stacks. Bill
We need to bring Lauren back for a little bit to get our chips.
hopping
up.
in.
You can't come take him
I didn't
away
even
from him
notice he had
again.
all those chips, man. 56 bigs currently, almost 500,000 chips. Crypto Max now second.
It was like,
Let's let all these other big stacks take pieces off one another. Get super involved. Meanwhile, he silently just doubles up 3 or 4 times. There he is. One of the biggest stacks at the table now. Andy coming in, 14 bigs. Has Preston on his left. What a disaster for him. What a disaster.
Nice hand.
Andy picks up 2 kings. Bill's got the 4s. I don't think Bill's going to fold 2 4s. He ain't folding a pair, man. No way, right? Oh, my goodness. Lays it down without a thought, hardly. Gets out of the way, avoids disaster. Doesn't even think about it, man. What a sicko. It's almost like this guy's won a big tournament or something.
It's the bubble, right?
Bill Cox, a regular here at Lodge Card Club, plays lots of tournaments. Won a few himself.
Good luck.
Jams back to back. We are getting to the point where this is what we're going to see. Once the stacks all get below 30 big blinds or so, it will be a jam fest. And Preston has picked up ace jack suited. It is good enough. Braxton with the 5s in a pretty miserable spot. I think if Rick C was not behind, 5s are in there. The call from Rick C on the button is a very strong action. Condenses down to a certain number of hands. It's not the strongest action. Obviously, a 3-bet would be stronger. Preston would then have folded, more than likely. But given that he called, he did condense his hand down to a pretty solid one, right? Like, it's not the nuts. He did cap himself. But I'm not surprised to see 10s in there sometimes, maybe 9s, 8s. With Braxton having an equally as big stack as Rick C. Wow, Braxton makes the call. Now Rick C. Now this is going to be interesting. He's going to be just deposit. Oh, if he lays down the 10s, and he did! And he did! The 10s are in the muck. Preston and Braxton duking it out again.
Jesus, there's destiny.
Look at that.
Will ace jack.
Jack in the window again.
Wow. Look at this. Preston just flops, trips, has Braxton drawing to a 5. Doesn't get there. Going to take a huge chunk off of Braxton.
What did he have?
Nice hand, man.
Thank you.
Do you remember? That was like
Massive swings, man. Preston now taking a seat
I feel like he also had.
towards the top of the charts again.
He also had ace jack.
Oh my goodness.
Queen or ace jack.
Oh my goodness.
Fives are 1 and 2.
All right, I'm all in with ace jack,
Got a binding?
especially hearts.
Binding?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Clayton, remember that.
That was a bigger one. Where'd it go?
If I find out you folded,
Oh, snap all in. Ace jack of hearts.
Would have hated to go over 4 and bubble, you know?
Yeah. Doesn't sound fun.
pretty one.
Yes, it's decent.
Preston, did you ever have any doubt?
Yeah, I had a lot. Hell yeah.
Come on, man.
Good, thank you.
I doubt after the jack came.
Yeah, I also thought the 5 was coming. I had a weird feeling. And then, but we had a weird looking 5 for some
A
reason.
10 would have done it too, right? Am I crazy?
Yes.
Yes, you're crazy.
That's a pretty crazy statement, Chase.
A 10 on the river would have done it?
No.
No?
Done what?
There wasn't
Oh, for me?
no for him.
No.
Oh.
No, for you. For you. For you.
He was already good.
He already had. Yeah, he already had.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't know why you're
He had
doing it.
5s.
Yeah.
For whatever
It's
reason,
like
I'm
the
thinking he
most
had like an ace. I'm like,
Inconsequential. thing.
yeah. Like, what the hell are you talking about, dude?
Oh my God, I'd love to see a 10 on the river and Chase like, oh my God, what a cooler.
Oh. Okay. Nice hand.
Oh, you got the buzzer beater at 8.
I know it.
That's crazy.
Lucked out there.
Ace for Braxton, king for Chase, both with a 10 kicker. 10 would be disaster for these two. Chase is not slowing down with his king. Braxton, I don't think, has a reason to do anything but call. Pot is getting pretty big for their relative stack sizes.
Oh.
Oh man, he ships it in. We're seeing them all. Does Chase want to call here? Maybe let off the hook a little bit with this action. It's a very strong line, almost certainly indicative of an ace. A lot of action these last couple hands. It is getting down to the wire. Playing to 11 players. Everybody just trying to find a bag. Nobody wants to go home with cash. That's not what they want. Maiden cash? No. Ticket to day 2? Yes. Chase in a rough spot here.
Appreciate you. I'll be the lodge representative. Thank you, sir.
They can't yell at me. Fold.
Chase lays it down. I think that is the correct decision given the action. And he does correctly avoid a train wreck with Braxton.
Oh.
Jam from Crypto Max.
You bully.
Over the short stack. Bullying Chase. Forcing him to fold this monster hand of 8-6 offsuit.
I saw a deuce.
You saw the deuce? Shit.
King for Marco. Nada for anybody else.
35.
One bet's 35,000.
How many calories does it take you to put on weight, Clayton? How many calories does it take you to put on weight?
2 million.
Yeah. My dad's 6'5", and so we grew up with him rather skinny, and he would have to eat a shit ton.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not.
It gets easier as you get older.
Yeah.
I don't know. He still doesn't put on a lot of weight at 6'5".
Yeah, my dad's the same way. He's about 6'5".
Yeah.
Doesn't put on much weight. Cool.
You gotta go out there and check.
I'm gonna go get a sweater. Ain't gonna break.
It'll warm up in here in like 2 minutes.
Yep.
This room has 2 temperatures, hot or cold. Nothing else.
A lot of dead time between these hands, which means a lot of time for me to talk about the Lodge Championship Series main event yet again. I'm going to keep plugging it.
I don't think it's I think it's just
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
This is Michael Lang, the 2024 winner. The 2023 winner is currently in frame.
Even before the
Just the AC.
$1 million guaranteed.
The Nest has made it
3K
better.
buy-in main
Because
events
before the Nest,
starting February the 26th, going on through March the 3rd.
freezing my ass off
The final
every
table
time
will
I'm
be
here.
streamed on March the
Now,
3rd
at least
or
we
the
can make
4th,
it too
depending.
hot.
Weekly satellites, 100+ seats guaranteed across all these satellites. Be sure to check out WPT Gold. You can maybe satty your way into a 3K buy-in tournament. That'd be pretty sweet. Imagine if a sweeps coin satellite winner won the main event. Wouldn't that just be insanity? Turn $50 into 420,000? Yeah.
All right, I'll call.
Chase is all in with the tanks.
Show him? Yeah.
Rick C makes the call with 2 6s, and Chase is in a great spot to find a double.
We'll see.
Third 6. The Devil's set.
What is it, 55?
Will it come?
All right, guys, I know you're not rooting for me, but
Run it twice, right?
2 times.
Safe flop for the 10s, but there are 2 cards to come. 4 on the turn. If it was going to come, it was going to be on the turn. Chase can breathe easy.
Almost called Jack 8. Bye.
Nice hand, Chase.
Now he's
I
in.
don't know if I'd call him or not.
No.
All right. Still alive.
In the game.
Stacks. Bill, about 50 bigs. All the way at the top, Crypto Max, 37, Preston, 33. Everybody's just taking little bites off of each other at this point. Pass on chips, back, left and right. Still on the money bubble. 22 minutes left in the blind level. Currently sitting at 3K, 6K, 6K. 5K, 10K, 10K. I knew I was wrong. Graphics did me dirty. Waited forever to hit Shift R, did we? Shift Z, excuse me. Bunch of raggedy hands making their way round. Rick C lays down the best one. Taking a peek outside to the other remaining table. Will the bubble be burst? An ace will take out, looks like a double up, excuse me. No elimination, no bubble burst. We will continue with hand for hand.
How was it out there? Yeah? Can we get some shots in here?
Yeah, I don't want to kill his hand now. He's right here. Yeah, we good. 2 folds.
Don't want to break rules.
Yeah, appreciate it. 3 folds, 5 folds. 6 folds.
Oh,
I can
you're
afford
in the
my-
money.
I can afford my Uber home now.
I can take a walk, guys. We made it. I can take a walk. Nothing.
It's up to him.
All right.
Gotta see him now.
And he wins another entry.
Huh? The next one? Next one. I know. That's what I told him earlier. I told him if I cash, I won't have to go to ATM. Yeah, he's playing the next one. That's exciting. Avoid the $4 fee. Maybe it's more than 4, maybe.
It's a good flop for Preston. Second time he's flopped trips today. He says, oh, wow. Let's do it.
Maybe I might have to drive somewhere else to get a lesser fee.
All right, no more hand for a while.
Yeah. Could be close.
I do believe the bubble did burst. One hand later outside.
I'm going to try to.
Because we are diving straight into the next one. Congratulations, players. You are in the money.
They know me to do that.
I believe.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And he's all in with the 4s. Preston, ace-10 offsuit. Preston's got a healthy stack. He's definitely one of the contenders for someone who can put in the chips. Try and knock Andy out. Bust this bubble if it is still on. It is not. We're down to 16. Preston lays it down. And he's going to scoop the blinds. And we move on to the next hand.
Nice. Big ace. You were winning, man. Not big enough ace.
So 2 got busted at the same time, huh? Right?
What?
Nah.
Well, just one.
It was just one?
One, yeah,
Okay.
for 17.
One raises make it 60. Raise to 60. One fold.
30.
2 raises make 30. 3 folds. 5 folds.
Perfect temperature.
Yeah, it's great.
Good job.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Braxton all in with the 8s once again. Chase with 2 5s. Is this where he finally makes his exit? He's on the button. He's already put a little bit of money in there. Another 80K to call.
Man. 5s have just not been doing good. Does that mean they're due?
Are 5s due,
That
Chad?
means they're due, dude.
5s are due. Let's go, Chase.
I hope they're due, dude.
Gotta hit a 5.
I hope they're due.
He said I need a call.
I don't know. Crypto Max, I
many
think,
times has it been
used
5s?
all the
I had
sets of 5s
And there's 2 more. There's been a lot of 5s.
earlier on. 8's looking good for the moment. 2 chances. 5 and a 5 only.
Ah.
Doesn't come.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Chase has been all in more than I think anyone else at this table and has survived. Braxton is going to be the one to take him out.
Yeah.
Down to 15 players. We are playing down to 11. Now this is where it's going to get interesting.
You're great, thank you.
Special delivery.
But he put the temperature perfect now, so I don't know whether to wear it or not. Can we put it? Can we crank it back up? Just to wear the sweat.
Yeah, if you want.
Just to wrap.
Nice.
No, leave it where it is now.
It's very comfortable right now.
Yeah, it's perfect.
You gotta represent now.
I'll get a couple free hours and I'll get back home. I think I missed it. Thanks, sorry.
They don't need to hear you. It's all right.
Marco hasn't really been given a chance to get too involved as of yet.
Play out there with Maury a lot. Mauricio, you play with him a lot?
Mario.
Yeah.
He stopped playing a lot. He just tournaments. He was here right now. See him?
What's that?
Did
Is
you
he
see
still
him?
in?
No, he's out, but he was here right now.
He's a good dude.
Real good dude.
I like him.
He's great.
He comes to Midland a lot. He used to come
Oh, he
play
does?
some tournaments.
Cash or tournament?
Tournaments. And I mean,
Queen for Bill.
talk to him all the time. So whenever
Sucked out against Andy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a great guy.
I live in Midland, and he's buddies with like George and some other friends of mine that we still play a lot.
Yeah, he does a lot of tournaments. He travels a lot
Yeah.
to play.
Yeah,
Real good guy.
very good dude. Yep.
He actually, so in El Paso, this card is pretty good, and he got the 2-5 game going, and right now it's on Thursdays. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whenever you guys get a chance, you guys should stop by. It's a little far, but
Yeah. It is a bit of drive to get over there.
yeah, it is.
I mean, you get to like past Pecos to Van Horn, you're like, Jesus Christ, it's still
What
driving.
am I doing?
I just sat here.
I mean, it's a good ways to hear for you guys, huh? Did you fly?
Yeah,
You flew? Yeah.
yeah, but it's 8 hours. I mean,
I will
it
never
wouldn't
drive
be a
again
bad
from that.
drive.
That
Like,
was crazy.
No, you,
Texas, this is probably our nearest. Here, San Antonio, and then here. But
you ever go to Midland at all for anything?
just drive by.
Yeah.
How's that? I stopped by one time, and it was usually you guys have one table, right?
You mean at the card room
Yeah.
there?
Or is there?
No, there's a bunch of tables, but I mean, they used to have some good tournaments there, like during COVID and stuff, some big tournaments.
20.
It's been a while though.
60.
Some kings here in a 3-bet pot. King Jack versus King 10. Cryptomax is dominated here. Interesting board. Kind of surprised to see the 3-bet from Cryptomax as well. He's one of the deeper stacks of the table. He's in the middle. He's right in the middle, so he kind of has the least incentive
40
to get involved. There's not too much ICM pressure right now just after the bubble burst. There's a lot of pressure when the bubble's there, right? So a lot of medium stacks don't have a reason to play big pots, right? They don't want to play all-ins.
Yeah, there's a couple of people.
They're going to wait
for the tournament.
for the smaller stacks to eventually be
I've seen a few with y'all's.
With the studio.
Stuff on.
cannibalized by the larger stacks.
Also. And there's more coming.
But when you're sitting right in the middle, and there's a lot of money to be made by simply folding, that is what you should do.
What's the dude's name that deals, that used to live in Lubbock and he moved back? He used to play my game some.
What's his name?
Oh, I'd have to look.
He lives in El Paso right now?
Mm-hmm.
What could it be?
He used to run around with Orlando and those guys all the time. Xuan, and he lived in Lubbock, then he traveled to Midland, and then he moved back to El Paso.
Wonder who it is.
You know, I know you, I mean, you probably are friends with him.
Is he still dealing?
I think.
Sevens for Cryptomax.
There's a couple guys that came down and they're dealing right here.
Yeah.
Preston's going to peel with
I mean, he used to play cash.
10-7 suited. Let's go, baby.
Mexican guy, younger, probably like.
Spades for Preston. If I had to pick who's going to win this hand, I think it's going to be Preston. It's going to go check.
There's a lot. All the ones.
Cryptomax now loading with the sevens. Oh, he's going to bet small. Interesting. I do believe he announced it. Wow, he bets large. Maybe he just knows that Preston is not going to have a lot of strong aces, a lot of strong kings.
It's going to bug me if I don't.
So he goes for the big bets.
Like, wear me out. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but.
Preston going to make the call. Now, once you have been called, when you have 2 red sevens on this board, you're not happy. Your opponent's either got an ace, maybe a king, or a couple of spades. I would be giving up very quickly as Cryptomax. But let's see what he does. He checks it back. And a brick. Now, how does Preston play it? Does he want to lead the river after Max has shown a little bit of weakness? I don't think so. A lot of aces would play this way from Cryptomax, and then they just get snapped on the river. Maybe some kings as well. But do you just check it with 10 high? I don't know, man. Preston gonna bet 60,000. Man, that is a sizing that just puts all of Cryptomax's medium strength hands in a spot.
That's it.
Max lays it down. Preston getting it done. Taking a chip off of Cryptomax. Now the chip leader at our feature table for the 500K guaranteed. You don't win LCS main events without bluffing with 10 high here and there.
No.
Taking a peek outside. A couple of all-in moments here. Aces with the ace of clubs. Just the nuts on the river. It's going to be close, it looks like. Maybe just a double. As we come back to kings here in the feature table. Players dropping quickly. We lose 3 more. We're out of here, folks. Braxton opens it up with the 7s. They did not do Crypto Max very well. Let's see how they do for him. Bill calls with the 8s. Marco's in there with the odd ace. Dodges both sets and hits top pair.
$75.
Marco not only flops top pair, but second pair as well. That's what we call 2-pair. Goes for the raise.
Nice hand.
Could argue to just call, trap. But the raise is perfectly fine as well.
A good one.
Had a good one?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Wasn't that good. It was good enough.
I would have stole it, but I was still stacking my. You don't come out there? No.
Not very often, unless I'm just passing through.
Taking another view outside. I saw somebody standing up. The 10s versus the 4-deuce suited. How did we find ourselves here, folks? Was it all in pre? Was it all in on the river? Did 10s make a sick hero call? I don't know, man. But nevertheless, we have lost a player. Only need to eliminate 2 more.
All in.
Oh my goodness, Bill is all in. With the 9s, Rick C. He's got ace king. Preston's got the 10s. He's running straight into it, head first, into a brick wall.
Good luck.
Rick C's in there. Now Preston, what do we do with the 10s? You hate it. You're out. Rick C opened up under the gun. Bill jammed over. And under the gun open. Under the gun 1 call. That's a strong hand right there. It just so happens Bill has the 9s. I'm not even sure they're supposed to jam there. But we have found ourselves in the largest pot of the day.
I know he's strong.
And it is a flip
Close.
for the life of Rick C. Bill needs to fade an ace or a king. Looking pretty good. 6 outs to the river. And he fades it all.
That's it.
Bill's going to win a $500,000 chip pot, eclipsing the rest of the table in chip stack.
Thought Tom Clayton did something for me.
I just gotta message anybody. They go to El Paso, they get free time. Whenever you guys go play, free time.
Be back in hand for hand.
Rick C is eliminated. We are down to 6. There are 7 players outside. Oh my goodness, we lost another. 6 players outside. Down to 1 for a bag. Just trying to find a bag.
Bill, I'm about to snap it on you.
Were you?
I really
You've
was.
gone down with him, right?
No, sir. I was 1 above you.
You had 10s?
I did.
Yeah, that's it.
I knew he was really, or I
Yeah.
thought he was really, really strong. I played it bad.
Yeah.
He saved me then.
I don't think you played it bad, Preston. I'm laying the 10s down there.
That was
But I wouldn't
Sure,
have
you
felt
can
good
call the
when it was
jam
over the top
from
of
Bill,
it
even though that's even a pretty strong
He
line.
saved,
200 and something thousand.
Do we want to flip for massive amounts?
he saved me from you.
That would have been even bigger pots had Preston made the call.
So often.
Could have raised and found out.
I wanted everyone to fold when I jammed. Honestly, guys, I we snap calls. I go, what the shit? I'm in trouble. Then I saw it. I go, oh well, at least it's a flip.
Somehow you ran to the bottom.
Yeah.
Ace King and Ace King, Preston and Marco. Who's going to burst the bag bubble? Queens for Andy. Andy's in there. Who wants them? Who wants the chips? Is it Preston or Marco?
69.
69. Holy shit.
You got two orange stacks.
about 300.
Put your oranges.
A little bit less than 300.
I didn't even look at my hand. I just knew I had 69. Which one?
Oranges.
Come on.
Preston gonna ship it over top for a little isolation. What a disaster from Marco. I mean, to be fair, very surprised to not have seen a 3-bet. The Ace King. Even that hand is 3-betting under the gun opens.
Are we in the bubble? Am I allowed to talk or no?
You can ask that kind of question.
There is no action remaining. You are allowed to talk.
Thing is, what happens
If 2 people bust this hand, 10 people bag, and and then
oh,
11th will get 600.
oh so,
No,
so
11
11,
will get it.
11 won't go to round.
Yeah, 11 gets it.
Oh, they will? Oh, okay. Well, I was wrong. But they won't. Yeah. Why would they do that?
I'm sorry, guys.
All right, I don't apologize. Apologize to their table.
And Marco's got some shiny pearly whites, man. Look at those. Lays it down. Lays down the AK.
Classic flip.
And it is, in fact, the classic, the most classic of flips, you may say. Ace King versus 2 queens.
Crank's on
You have a pair?
You're welcome,
Ace
man.
King.
I like King too.
The thing is,
You don't want
Nah,
to
I
hear that
didn't.
though.
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, it is what I hear right now, but
How about a club? Is that all right with you?
Club's a good sweat, I think.
Club's a good sweat, I agree. An ace! Not a club. Andy does not find his queen.
Good luck.
And he will burst the bag bubble, taking home about $600. And that is it, folks.
I was not happy with that fold, guys. I'm
And that
sorry.
is it.
Play some more.
Ace King.
You would have chopped.
11 players are going to move on to day 2 for the 500K guaranteed half milli.
I just folded
All of these
two back
players
for-
here and those outside.
I was like, either that's what my question was. So what happens?
Andy eliminated
You would have beat me.
just beforehand. Wow, what a ride it's been. It has been a fantastic feature table that we've had here. Had some absolute crushers here, including the winner of the Lot Championship Series 2023 main event. Be sure to lock up a seat for this year's main event. There's still plenty of time to play some satellites and get in cheap, or you can come on down on February 26th, play some day 1 flights for the 3K buy-in. Either way, we'll see you guys there. Thank you guys for watching Poker at the Lodge.